Hello. It's late.
Yo.
Hey,
A little
We're,
late.
we're missing
here.
someone, but they'll be here later.
around Christmas time.
Yeah.
It's all right. You're getting an extra late session tonight. We're going to 3 in the morning.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Dungeon
Oh,
crawl.
yeah.
And by dungeon crawl, we literally mean our characters will be crawling through a dungeon.
Mhm.
7
real
hours
time.
That's all
of
we
dungeon
do.
crawl.
We
go.
built a real life structure. We're gonna do it in real time, to scale.
There we go.
I got the
Ooh.
we are live
That's a
email.
lie.
That's how I know we're really live because
We're
Brennan
live.
lied to me.
Illustrious DM, would you be okay if I take the floor for a moment
Yeah, of course.
for all of
Hit
our
it.
lovely fans?
Hit it.
Habari Gani, everyone. It is the second day of Kwanzaa. This is the official Alicia Kwanzaa stream, for those of you who didn't know.
I love it.
The official day today is, I'm going to say this completely wrong because I'm not fluent in Swahili. Kujikagulia today, which means self-determination.
Hey.
So there you go for all of you brothers and sisters in the diaspora and our various white friends. Happy Kwanzaa, and
Happy
make sure you're
Kwanzaa.
pushing
Happy
yourself to the next
Kwanzaa.
level.
That's
Well,
right.
I will say,
Self-motivation day. That's pretty dope.
yeah,
That is really cool.
self-determination actually might be a bit of a theme with tonight's stream.
Yeah,
No,
that was
no.
always the plan, everybody. As
Yeah,
you know,
It was intentionally planned that this would happen on the
Yes.
second day of Kwanzaa, intentionally. So this could be the scenario.
I'll say this. Speaking of things that are before we get into this, I just want to say something as a creative that writes and stuff. I love when people read my work and they read something and they go, "You took this thing here and you did this amazing thing here. You know how this character did this. I linked this up to something the Bible did. I'm just like, yeah,
Yep.
Yes,
wow.
they did.
How
Totally,
did you hit
totally
that nail on the
intentional.
head? So wow.
Yeah,
And
definitely
I will
meant that.
guarantee you, maybe 90% of the authors that you read, when you come up with some literary funkity dunkety that you've done for your school papers and whatnot, it's high probability it might be bullshit.
Unless it's J.K. Rowling, because she'll actually probably tweet you back and let you know that the character hates gay people and
I mean, we just got
anti-trans.
Yeah, we gotta tweet as much as we can on that one. Twitter is terrible. Don't use Twitter.
Twitter is
Like me,
terrible.
don't use Twitter.
Don't meet your heroes. That's the lesson, actually.
That is also a lesson. Don't meet us. You might find out some things that you don't like. And for those of you that know us, well, I'm sorry.
Unfortunate.
You already failed. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into our.
You already failed.
Yep, you already screwed up. Let's jump into our game for the night since we're getting going a little bit later. And we will see where tonight takes us. I guess I should have asked what everyone's schedules look like tonight and whatnot.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I mean, I work tomorrow, but it's between the holidays, so I don't really work tomorrow.
Isn't that phenomenal? When it's
Aha.
the bard works today. Thank God.
Hooray!
It's a Kwanzaa miracle.
It is.
The one true bard.
The one true bard, Milton. That's the name of our rhythm bot, or our new. It's not rhythm anymore. It's whatever the new bot I put. Because anyways,
I don't know what his name is.
So, going over what happened last session, you guys had to get yourself aboard Ansem's flying ship, the Dusk Star, to steal the Force Snage, an item that would remove the force field from the Stein Towers that were on the second layer here in Highwater, and the supposed location where Xanthro and his necromancer are hiding out. After convening with Tetra, Joel, Jayla, pretty much everyone kind of who's your ally at this point, gathered together to kind of discuss what their plan was to get aboard the Dusk Star. And you opted to let Arthur, Jamie, Darian, and Darby sneak into the bowels of the Dusk Star to find the Force Snage from Ansem's cabin, while Sentinel and Joel decided to play Runaround, and Jayla and Tetra also kind of played Distraction. With this plan set in motion, you guys headed off for the Dusk Star. You boarded via an elevator that they had, and everyone got to work. Sentinel and Joel opted to give out pizza to people at the party using the Pazos Pizza patented pizza portal, which is a bag of holding that holds pizza. which didn't go over too well with one of the Bugbear guards, who seemed to have been the guy who sets up the catering for these type of parties. Very upset that he was not consulted about this, and proceeded to eat a hot pepper from a shawl or a cape that Jamie had made for Sentinel, using the hot pepper dish that Sentinel had prepared during Darby's date with Aster. It's very interconnected right now.
Darian's date with Aster.
Darian, thank you, that's right. Darian's
I
date
did
with
not go on a
Aster.
date with that.
Darby
Yeah.
does not date
No.
Aster.
Aster is not into Darby.
That would have been a
Aster-
very
I
different
agree
Aster's
with
out
the
of
party.
Aster's out of his league. Let's be honest.
Yeah, honestly, Aster is probably
True.
the least into Darby of the whole party. So
That is, that is
Wow.
totally fine. Darby
That's
has no
interesting.
interest.
that's canon now, everyone. That's canon.
That's now
When you
canon.
look the Wikipedia
Our
article, it's gonna have a-
RDM has like romantic ranks for every character NPC he's ever done of all
I
members
mean,
of our party.
Right now, Jayla is at the top of Jamie's list. You know, she's just really into you, Jamie. Just the way you talk down to her just really hits something real in there.
We have a. I'm just saying we have a moonlighting thing going on right now, where it is a will they won't they that I think the fans are enjoying.
Yeah, they might want it. I'll have to ask
I
our
think
super
for
fan.
me, it's a little too won't they?
Yeah.
Too much won't they?
It's a lot of won't they for now, but that's how these things start.
Just remember,
That's
every
true.
rom-com in existence has the male and the girl and the guy hate
Was
each
it-
other.
was
And
it
like
a-
halfway through the movie, they
rom-com?
fall in love. It just
Was it
takes
where-
that one special
Oh my God.
moment.
One of these days, we're gonna be hiding from a guard. And I'm gonna have to pull her in for a "don't
Yes.
let them catch us" kiss, and then it's gonna from there everything
It's-
changes.
I'm gonna have to go to our super fan, who's kind of led me on all of our stream ships so far to get her opinion on whether or not this is okay, and then we'll move from there.
Perfect.
The only reason why the Aster Darian thing has thrived as long as it is. So, Alyssa, if you're watching, thank you. Anyways, moving on. So Joel, Sentinel doing their thing with the pizzas, as the rest of you sneak down into the Dusk Star, past the Hoblin guards that are kind of keeping the ship going, and to the Gold Digger, which is a mantis or a stingray shape like ship that resides within the Dusk Star. It's kind of the heart and soul of Ansem's ship. So if the Dusk Star, which looks like a pirate ship, is like the outer shell, the Gold Digger is its real ship. They broke inside, had to look around to find the Force Nage, got to do a fun little puzzle where they had to kiss a painting of Ansem to access the
We have to kiss it though.
you had to kiss it, to access the treasure hold. And
Darian.
there you found the Force Nage, you found a magical pyramid box, which you're not really quite sure what that does. Might be part of a children's card game, not sure on that yet. And I don't know if anyone got that joke, but
The Millennium Puzzle.
yeah, there you go. And then you
Does it have
found
a weird eyeball on
a +1 magical sword, long sword that no one's attuned to yet, but you also have that, which you stole. And you also encountered Skipper, a hobbling chef who is the master of making grilled cheese.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Oh,
when we
yes.
befriended Skipper, Jamie tried to frame Skipper for stealing all the items, and it kind of led to
Skipper has been successfully framed. Arthur
Yeah,
also.
Yeah, I think he's been successfully framed, but he kind of befriended
Hey.
him.
I removed the grilled cheese.
I think they threw it back though.
But I went
There's
back and
cheese
got it.
everywhere.
Let's talk about this. So
I think it's
if I
beyond
throw
hope.
if I throw a grilled cheese sandwich into somebody's bed and you pick it up, do you really think all evidence of the grilled cheese has successfully been cleaned? Because I need to talk to you about grease and melted cheese.
Especially multiple times. It's
I mean,
done.
it depends
This guy
on the
is
spread
afraid.
he uses to cook the grilled cheese. There's
Oh,
different.
He's special. He's using like the mayonnaise on like the bread and stuff
Wait,
to really get that,
mayonnaise
like,
makes it less greasy. Actually,
Does it?
more
Didn't
crispy,
you
less
say it was
greasy.
like a 37 cheese grilled cheese or something?
37
Yeah.
cheese
It was a
blend.
30-something
It's getting- It's getting everywhere. It is getting all over the place.
So
Lost
sad.
for Skipper.
I'm so sad.
Anyways, I think you guys offered him a job at the
We did.
Safari Inn also.
Yes, we offered him a job as a chef.
The master of grilled cheese. Anyways, Skipper opted to take this since Ansem doesn't treat him too well. He told you about a back entrance or a back exit, and you guys are like, great, we'll go out the back way. While Sentinel and Joel were talking to some people. They ended up meeting this lady who was like, "Oh, I really want to talk to Ansem," and they're like, "We'll go talk to Ansem for you."
The only person they're not supposed to do.
Despite the rest of the party saying, "Don't talk to Ansem. Don't deal with Ansem. We're gonna go talk to him anyways." And Ansem very quickly figured out that something was amiss, considering both Tetra and Jay.
Wait, they waited an hour in line for this lady.
They did. They did.
Can't believe
I don't even think she got to meet Ansem.
Yeah, Sentinel's ultimate cinnamon roll is just sticking out right now. And it kind of ended up with this giant fight. Ansem like accusing them of being on the ship for some reason, not able to extract that information from them. The Bugbear guards launch into battle, and Sentinel and Joel flee for the elevators while kind of Tetra and Jayla are playing linebacker and protecting them. As they are descending down the elevator to make it to the floor, Ansem runs over, pulls out his pistol, cocks it, and shoots out the elevator chain, severing it and sending our good Guardian Fowl and the Pizza Boy Wonder into a free fall in this cage elevator. And that is where the last session ended. So we will pick up with the party that's currently under the ship, making their way towards the back entrance. So
people that
Skipper...
are actually here.
Yep, so Skipper has led you out from the Gold Digger back to like the scaffolds within the center here of the Dusk Star, and kind of is taking you along the scaffolding. And it's like, it's just this way, guys. Oh, it's just this way.
Perfect. Lead the way.
Great.
Kind of takes you down. Some other Hoblings kind of see you guys, but they see that Skipper's with you, and they're all kind of like, why isn't he making grilled cheese? Isn't that all he does? He's a grilled cheese boy. He doesn't leave or anything. But he's part of the crew, so they don't pay that much mind to him. You kind of make your way to the back of the ship, or the stern of the ship. You may make your way down some more stairs here where all this scaffolding is. There's a door before you. A steel door that's got one of those, like, turnable, like, crank, like, openers on it, like you'd see on a sub or something. And Skipper points at it. He goes, "That's it! That's it! Oh, it's right here! Right here! That'll get us out! Back way."
Well, Skipper, by all means.
By all
I
means.
can't. I too weak to open. Hoblin can't open. Too not strong.
Well, isn't like part of your job to like do stuff with this?
No.
I think his
I
entire job resolves around the grilled cheese bit from earlier.
He's right.
Well, he was
I make
cleaning Ansem's room, so I kind of
make
assumed he
grilled
had
cheese.
more duties than just
No.
making grilled cheese.
No, I make grilled cheese all day, every day. Grilled cheese.
Yeah.
I'll grab the door. I grab the door.
All right, so Arthur, it's got a little bit of resistance, but you're able to crank it. And as you push it open, a horrible, foul stench comes up and smacks you upside the face. It's not a door, actually. It's a chute. A chute that could probably fit about a medium-sized creature tightly, that leads down into a dark pit abyss, where the most horrid smell of sewage, garbage, anything you could think of resides down there.
That's the back way out.
Yes.
So I am from being familiar with ship anatomy. This is where all of the
This is probably a bit
Number
different
2
than what
goes.
you're used to, Arthur, on a ship, considering most seafaring vessels wouldn't have this type of thing. But for an airship like this, they would need someplace to store their waste and not just deposit it, as they fly by.
I feel like that's exactly what they should do, and I'm upset that that's not what's going on.
Arthur is going to take any sort of fabric, if there's a rug, if there's any sort of drapery
There's no fabric or anything. This is the pure center of the ship, unless Jamie has something.
I'll say.
I literally, because I assumed that this might happen. I stole his comforter. I specifically said,
I do
Why do you
remember
have
that,
this
yes.
comforter?
Oh my
"This is amazing."
If Jamie will, Jamie will allow it, I will rip a couple pieces.
Yeah.
off
Oh yeah.
the-
No, I would
and
have.
just jam it up as far as where my eyes are watering. Jam it up as far out my nose as humanly possible, so I cannot smell anything.
I mean, it's
I-
silky.
Yeah, I was literally planning on cutting it into strips so we could like lay on it as we slide down and not get as much shit on us.
I will say, Arthur, even as you kind of jam those up your nostrils, and everyone else is seeing Arthur doing this, the smell hasn't quite hit you yet because he's right there facing this chute. And Arthur, as you jam these things up your nose, it helps, but it doesn't completely help.
It's good enough.
Maybe a 20% like difference in being better. It literally smells like you've stuck your nose into some just sweaty butthole.
I want to be able to move without constantly vomiting. So that I was say it was that, or it was break my own nose. So this is what I'm going to do.
Probably not a good idea.
So all of you have watched as Arthur does this, and the only person who doesn't seem to really care is Skipper, who's busy like scratching his leg, and it's just like, like, are we gonna go, guys?
Do I have to hoist Skipper up, or can he go down?
He can climb himself in.
Okay.
Well, Skipper, you want to lead the way?
Oh, I can do that. And you see Skipper, he kind of walks back a little bit, and he just takes a running leap into the chute head first. You just see him go, as he just vanishes into the abyss.
Hey, he's a go-getter.
Nice.
I think he's gonna make a great contribution to the Zafar Inn.
As Skipper does this, the Hobblings that are working on the scaffolding have watched this as their buddy has just pole vaulted himself into the chute. And they kind of look at each other, and they look back to the group, and they start making their way over, and they're reaching for their blades.
I'm going to see if Jamie can get me a piece of that comforter to lie down on. And
Yep, I was already doing that for
Jamie is shredding the comforter to make
slide. I'm
Slide,
grabbing my
here you
friend,
go.
and I'm in next.
All right,
I'm
Arthur,
doing-
with your
Oh, go
nose plugged, your the comforter slit that Jamie has cut you. You kind of grab onto it. You run for it. You dive. Feet first or head first in? Do you dive in? Do you climb in? What do you do actually?
What do I do? I'm gonna put the comforter kind of like in the hang it in the chute so where I can kind of grab it like it's like a full sled, and then I'm gonna jump and try to land on it going down, like holding it in front of me so that way like as I slide it's getting covered in whatever is in this tunnel and not me.
Yeah. Unfortunately for you, Arthur, even as you do that, everything in this chute is covered in this stuff. So as you are sliding down, this gunk and liquid is just splashing you in the face, the chest, everywhere. All of it reeks terribly. Do the rest of you follow, unaware of what's happening to Arthur right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here. I'll
Alright,
take
I would say
Janie's
Darian
comforter,
and then
take
Darby, since they
script.
spoke up first. So Jamie, you watch as Darian slides himself in, Darby quickly afterwards, and the Hobblings, they're coming at you, swords drawn, and they're like, hold it right there!
I'm gonna be, I'm gonna wait till everyone has gone down the chute so that it is as clean as it could possibly be where I go down. And I will kind of be like, I have what's left of, I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm just gonna turn around and leave. Jump down the thing.
Alright, so Jamie follows, getting you all out through the trash chute. Yes.
I would like to make a point that as soon as I get the sense that I'm at the end of the chute, I'm gonna try to stop myself so I don't fall into whatever is at the bottom of the chute.
So, obviously, Skipper is the first one who went down, but Arthur, you can't see that because, well, actually, it's everyone besides Jamie have dark vision, and Darian doesn't have dark.
Good
dark vision.
question. Let me check.
I know for a fact
I
I've got
I know
60 feet.
Darby does for a fact. I think Tieflings have dark vision too. Or
I believe so, yeah.
demon folk in
Yep.
this.
That's how they
So
should.
actually,
That makes
Darby
sense.
and Arthur, you guys can actually see the chute in this gray tone, different shades of gray. You're barely fitting as you lay on your back or your stomach, however you went down. If you're on your back, the chute top is almost to your nose. If you set up slightly,
damn.
you'd be grazing your nose against it.
Arthur's
Ew.
not doing
I'm
well.
gonna lose my
It literally-
dinner over here.
No,
Yeah, literally,
claustrophobia kicking in.
Stuff is just smashing into you as you go down. Things have been caught, but the force of your body with the slide is jarring them loose, Arthur, since you're the first one to go down. And Skipper's just a little too small. You get bag on your face as you tear it away. Grilled cheese sticks to your beard and your face. You tear it away, and finally you are hoisted or lopped from the opening into a relatively decent-sized room. You hit the thing of trash below you pretty hard. I'll need a D4 of damage for the hit. It is disgusting. You are buried in trash. And as you dig your way upwards, you know, and emerge, you can see that the room is, from how full it is, there's probably a good 10 feet above you before the trash chute would be completely full at this point. So not a ton of room, but enough that you can comfortably stand on top of the trash or wade in the garbage. And it is a collection.
And so when I exited, I just buried myself directly. I didn't like bounce off or whatever.
No,
Perfect.
you went straight through. It is a collection of food.
So immediately as I land, I'm going to unsheath my sword and hold it directly up.
It is a collection of food, rotting food, waste, human. Well, not just human, like humanoid waste.
Mm-hmm. So things I've woken up in before.
Yeah, things have decomposed and have turned into a fine, frothy liquid. Gross. As you find yourself sloshing in this garbage pit. Oh. And Arthur, as you emerge, you can then see Darian fly down, followed by Darby, and then Jamie slide down. And Jamie, you can't really see, so you have your hands against the walls to try and figure out where this ends. Your hands are just getting covered in whatever is on the walls right now.
It is what it is.
You can feel kind of where the thing is coming to an end. You can actually feel your legs like leave the chute. So give me an athletics roll to hold yourself.
Cool. Okay, let's see here. That's not great, but we can try. Oh, get out of here. All right, so we have 19.
So, Jamie, you're able to stop yourself before you go flying out of this tube, and you grab your hands against the thing, and you immediately stop. And your legs are hanging out, your butt's kind of like dangling half out. You're able to like pull yourself back into the tube just a little bit before you lightly like lower yourself down, or can like bunny hop your way down. And I'm gonna wait because I wanted to wait before I went down because I can't see anything. Sure, good point.
So I'm just gonna stay. I'm gonna stay there until there's some light source or something.
Darby and Darian, you'll both take a D4's damage as well for smoking the trash at great speeds.
That's fine. Ooh. Well, the 3.
Ooh, it is. If you've never been inside, like just a
dumpster,
that is where you are right now. That's what you smell.
Yeah, I've been to Vegas.
We've all been inside a room before.
I'm going to take the ascot or handkerchief I have around my neck and immediately put it over my nose and mouth.
It's already soaking wet with just the garbage.
Because it's tied to my neck, the inside is not.
Yeah, okay.
So it may be covered on the outside, but the inside I'll cover my mouth just so that way I don't get a mouthful of poop in my mouth when I open my mouth so I can breathe. I'm going to try and see where the hell Skipper fell. Because we need out of this room.
Yep, so Skipper is actually leg facing upwards, like struggling to free himself. He's like, help me, I can't get out.
I will say I'm going to try to free myself and make my way over to where Skipper is.
Yeah, Arthur, you're easily able to like kind of claw/swim your way up and stand on top of the garbage. As you, like I said, it's about a 10-foot high ceiling where how full the trash chute here is. And as you like step, the trash like adjusts itself and sinks a little bit. Your feet slosh down like you've stepped in snow, but that's not snow.
No,
it's in my boots. Fuck.
It's in everyone's boots.
I'm going to pick Skipper up.
All right, so Arthur, you grab him, you pull Skipper up by his stomach, and this little hotling is just laying there. He goes, "Oh, thank you very much.
Get us the hell out of here."
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Get us the hell out of here.
There should be a way to activate the trash chute. Now, if somebody presses the button up there, it will open the trash chute, and we will be free.
We're going to drop. We're
Oh,
going to drop.
How high up are we?
You're going to what? Jamie says into the darkness.
Now, it's a very easy thing. Ansem has installed a failsafe in here because goblins would sometimes jump in as a dare and then die when they let the trash chute go. So, and Skipper kind of walks over, which Jamie and Darian, you guys can't see this at all. You're just hearing him talk right now. Arthur Darby, you watch him go over, and there's like a glass case on the wall that he opens and pulls out like a rope ladder.
Oh. That works.
Now,
Okay, that's fine.
someone here needs to press the button up there, and it will release the trash chute.
And how are they going to get
We
down?
all need to be holding that rope ladder before that button gets pressed, though.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm
How
going
long
to
is
begin.
the rope ladder?
I hope long enough.
Because couldn't we just stretch it to the button and then...
That's what I'm saying. So everyone, we're gonna have to
He's
get everything.
implying the button is at the top of the
Yeah, the
trash
top of the
chute. You guys
chute.
just jump down.
Well, Skipper,
I
I don't think any of us will be able to climb
The
back
plan-
up
the
that.
plan's
We're a little
already
too
failed.
big.
Is there a way to release the trash chute from within here?
Yes. Yes. Skipper has heard about this before. When making grilled cheese, someone must burrow down to the door, unhinge the door, and it will release the garbage.
Well, I think we
Yes,
found
but
a
how
way
will
to
that
do it.
person then be holding the rope ladder?
Well, if you could just hold on to it and like tie it to your waist almost, like scuba diving.
We can tie a
Okay,
rope to
Darian,
them.
go right ahead.
I don't have dark vision.
You said someone, so I just assumed you were volunteering.
How am I gonna open the door if I can't?
Okay, just so you know, I'll let you know. Me being a tiefling, I do have what they call dark vision. Dark vision does not allow me to see through shit. So if you shit and put it over my eyes, I will not be able to see through it.
Huh. Who would have thought of that? They did, you know.
I know, isn't
How-
it crazy?
that's
Who would have
crazy.
I'm
thought?
gonna
Wait.
kind of like hear Jamie's voice above me and go, Jamie, where are you? Are you stuck?
No, I'm actually very not stuck. I know what this is. I've seen a pile of shit before. And I'm going to stay out of it as much as I can. Thank you very much.
Wait,
You're going to have
Ethan,
to get into it at some point.
how deep did you say the shit was?
You don't know.
10 feet. Yeah.
No,
So,
it's 10 feet from you to
where
the
we
ceiling.
are,
You don't know
yeah.
how far this goes down.
Hey, Skipper.
Skipper,
Are you a
Skipper,
good swimmer?
Oh, yes.
can you open the hatch?
You're good. Yeah, can you open the hatch?
Skipper will try.
Not yet.
It's not-
Not immediately.
Not
Let us
yet.
get to the rope
We
ladder.
all have to have the rope ladder first, and then you can try.
Skipper will do.
We can
Okay,
tie a
I'm
rope
going-
to you or
I'm
something.
going to wade myself over to where Skipper is, in
All right.
waist deep in shit, and I'm going
That's
to
so
try and
gross.
grab the rope ladder.
So Arthur, you open this glass case. It's got like a lock you just shatter real quick
Yeah.
with your blade. You pop it open. And it's a pretty large rope ladder. I mean, you're like unraveling it, and it's definitely larger than the circumference of the room. Don't know if it will take you all the way down, but it is very, very long.
Okay.
So you guys all kind of are able to grab on it. Jamie, you're still up in the tube. Are you gonna come down at this point?
I can't. I still can't see.
Yeah. So I will. I
So,
will.
like,
kind of
I'm
lay-
not
I'm gonna
gonna-
start laying the rope out like on top of the refuse and kind of get it over to where Darian is because I know he can't see. Darby can grab on because I know he can see. I'll try to like lay it underneath where Jamie is, but since it's so long, I don't think I'm gonna be able to throw it up to Jamie. Right? It's too heavy.
I wouldn't be able to catch it even if
Yeah.
I did.
I said you're gonna have to, Jamie. You're gonna have to
Yeah,
trust
you're
me and
gonna
let
have to come
go.
down here.
You're gonna have to come down.
Or
Do
you
we
guys
need
can
to, like-
release the thing, and then once I can see, I can just climb over there.
So let me show you something. You are hanging from a tube like this,
Uh-huh.
right? With your
Uh-huh.
arms out, right? When
Yes.
when the doors of this thing open up, there's going to be a large expanse beneath you. There's going to be a rope ladder some 10 yards, 20 yards away from you, dangling straight down. It's not going to be laying out anymore.
But it's going to be connected to the wall. I'll just shimmy across the wall and climb down.
Shimmy across the wall. You are sitting in a tube that is suspended beneath where the wall. What are you shimmy against? You're going to airwalk?
There's no wall. I thought it was like there was a wall. For some reason, I thought it goes like
into the wall and into the room.
Yeah.
It kind of drops you in the center. So it's like
okay.
It comes down like this. It sort of does that number.
Unless you're also a giant chicken that I am not aware of, you ain't gonna make it to this rope.
Dude, I'm just surprised that Jamie, of all people, the guy willing to sleep on the floor of the burnt down Zafar Inn, won't wait.
I don't want to sleep covered in filth. I just have done it my entire life. Who wants to be covered in feces?
All right, here, Jamie. If it'll help, Darby will pull out a torch from his pack and
no,
I wouldn't do that.
In here.
As soon as you pull out that torch, I will kill you on the spot. Do not light that.
I will take a deep breath. I'll take a deep breath, and I'm just going to
through your nose. Just walk it
in. Wait! No, I know what I'm gonna do. I still have that pepper stuff, right? Literally taking the pepper stuff. I'm gonna just hit it, take a hit of that nonsense, so my sense of smell is gone.
Absolutely dead.
You snort the pepper dish, Jamie.
Yep.
And your sense of smell is currently nulled.
And then I will drop down and try to like fumble my way to whatever rope.
You drop down feet first. You kind of sink down in the trash a little bit. You
Super
feel
great.
The squish, like your pants, like it just starts soaking in like all of the liquids that are around you. It everything about this is horrible. You guys are able to.
I know how this is.
Get your way up.
And wounds on your legs. It starts to sting.
Yeah, we've all been here before, at least once.
Your eyes are burning and watering.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over to Jamie and kind of like hand him the rope and ask him why he's crying so bad.
and I'm gonna say because I'm just so happy that I don't have to smell the stuff that you guys are smelling right now. I'm so excited.
Aren't you just so great?
Normally, yeah.
All right, Skipper.
All right.
We're ready.
I'm gonna do this. Darby, you said you fashioned a rope around Skipper and tied it to the rope.
Yeah, I'll fashion a rope around him while Arthur's getting it all set up, and then I'll go over to the rope and grab
better than what I was gonna do. I was just gonna set him down there.
No, I'm gonna let him have a rope so he can hang.
He immediately like just dives like head first into the garbage, and you just see him like start paddling into the trash, and you just hear this like group as he like gets the different layers of garbage. So like the top is pretty like hard and sturdy, but as he gets further and further in, and he gets to liquefy a little bit more each layer he gets down until he's reached a full pool of just piss and drink.
I don't like him.
Just everything, and just Skipper is swimming.
Let's hope to God he is thaumaturgy. That ain't never coming out.
I got prestidigitation, and that's the best I can do. Thankfully, it can make odors.
So Skipper, he plants his feet on the bottom, holding his breath, grabs onto another one of those spinning wheel openers, and he begins to turn it with all of his might, despite the poop water going into his ears and up his nose and his eyes and all this stuff.
What is
spinning
this?
and spinning, and finally, all of you guys are just waiting in anticipation. You just hear a, and the floor below you gives out, and everything just immediately goes whoosh as it just dropped. You just see like this shaft open up, revealing the sky in all of its bright glory. High water below you, just to the right a little bit, not in range of the garbage, thank God, as this trash just falls down and begins to pollute the goddess lake below it. And the rope ladder just begins to fall as you all hang on for dear life. I need athletics rolls from everyone.
Yeah.
Can I do acrobatics?
Yeah, I will allow athletics or acrobatics.
Thank you.
Nice.
Ooh, that helps a lot.
23.
13.
Ooh, 23 as well.
Jamie?
That is a 21.
So Arthur's the only one who actually struggles here. So Arthur, as everything drops, you're holding on, but your hands are slippery from all the sewage and stuff. So as you are holding, your hands slip and you actually drop and you're falling. You're in free fall as you are falling. The rope ladder is unraveling. What did you say, Darian?
Can I reach out and try to catch him?
Yes. Give me an athletics roll.
Come on, no roll has ever mattered more to impress Arthur. 14.
That face. Arthur's falling, and Darian, you reach out, you grab the back of his shirt, and you grab onto Arthur. It taunts your arm. You feel like a tinge as your arm stretches out. You're going to take another D4 of damage from the arm strain as a full-bodied tiefling is dragging you down, but you grip onto the rope for dear might. You kind of wrap your arm underneath the rungs of the rope ladder, and Arthur, you're caught before you fall any further.
Ooh. Thank you. Good thinking.
Butterfingers over here.
I'm in his head. Jamie is going to be like, how much do I like this Marilli girl? Like, how much is all of
this worth?
Is this because I was in a room full of I slid through a ship tube, and then now it's dangling over the city. I'm a doctor.
We're dangling over the city. We are dangling over the lake below the city.
Above the city. Yeah, we're in such a weird spot right now. We're so high up.
Oh, how far
gonna
down?
Kind of dangle in Darian's arms. He's just gonna be upside down. I presume he caught him by his tail, so he's just gonna be kind of like looking down at the lake, like, wow, this is almost it again.
You're probably like 100 plus feet up in the air right now.
That's not too bad.
That's not terrible.
It's not like crazy high up in the air, but it's up there. You just
I
see
owe
all
you
this
one,
garbage
Darian.
just hitting the lake water, just like water sprays upwards. Somewhere in the Dusk Star, the bugbear that manages this trash chute is staring out the window as all the garbage is just polluting the goddess lake. He's just like, by God, who let this ship shit?
That's amazing.
I'm going to
Well,
try
Edso's
to
gonna get a nice build for
wrangle
that one.
myself back on the ladder and kind of assess my bearings and not hopefully shit myself or puke everywhere.
Skipper 2 is also like kind of wherever you tied him, and he's just hanging like by a rope, just like, I'm okay, guys.
That's good, Skipper.
I might have a hernia.
Well, they can deal with that later. Jamie's
You're
a
lucky
doctor.
that rope didn't cut you in half.
Yeah.
Luckily, the garbage helped like cushion his
Yeah.
fall.
Slow his fall a little bit.
Is he able to untie himself, or does he need help?
Let's see what he does. Nope. He attempts to not untie himself, but he attempts to like grab onto the rope and climb up, but it's so slippery. The rope is just like doused and soaked up all of just the trash water. And as he tries to climb it, his hands just immediately slide back down it.
Someone want to help him?
I'm a little preoccupied.
Well,
I'm back on the ladder now. I'm good, thanks.
I could go get him.
please
I
do.
I have a climb speed, so I
So
should
Jamie,
probably
you'd like to go get him?
ladder
So
speed.
Jamie, you up from where you are, you kind of climb down. You have to go past Darby and Arthur and Darian to get there, but you manage to make it down. You can grab onto the rope that Skipper's tied to and kind of begin with one hand hoisting it upwards until the poor little hobbling can grab onto the rope ladder himself.
I will do that.
I'm
right.
going to begin making my way to the try to make my way down to its furthest point to kind of do an assessment of can we safely enter the Goddess Lake, or are we?
You are
really
40
high?
feet in the air above the Goddess Lake right now.
At the very bottom of the ladder. I am.
Water. It's not terrible. It is water.
Yeah, but
So it'll
water.
help break
Has
the
anyone ever
fall.
told you that water acts like concrete unless you break the surface tension? So unless you're prepared to like drop something right before you enter the water.
I'm gonna
Prove them
hold the
Mythbusters.
rope with Skipper on it and then just continue on doing what we're doing.
Contemplating to drop Skipper right before
Yes!
you into the water.
Thinking about it,
Don't think
thinking
that's
about
quite
it,
what
and
was
then
meant.
knowing full well that he could never do that.
That's great.
40 feet is it's still a big drop. It's a very high dive.
It's a very high dive.
So it
I'll
was
tell you what,
40
you hit
feet
the-
from the bottom?
You hit the water from here, dropping from this ladder 40 feet high, you'd be lucky to live. That's the surface tension of that water, unless you break it with something big enough.
I
I'm a
think
little
we can break the
curious.
surface tension. Because what are our options? Let's
Go
be
ahead.
honest.
Yes.
Go ahead, Darian. Show me.
Well-
I'll go right after you.
And Darian does bring up a good point. What is our
You
other
caught-
option?
I understand. I'm just saying we need to figure
Okay,
out a way
all right. I'm gonna take a look at some stuff. Okay,
Are you gonna look
so
up high dive? I was gonna do that too. I was gonna look up high dives and see how dangerous a 40-foot drop actually.
well,
is
no,
in
a
the
40-foot drop like in real life would kill you, but like in
That's
the
what I
game,
said,
it's
yeah.
Off of a building,
the-
yes. Into water, maybe not.
Where are you guys?
well, even still,
Maybe those high cliff divers though might be able
Yeah.
to do it. I don't know how high
I've
those
gone
things are.
cliff diving personally off of a 30-foot cliff and was totally fine.
Yeah.
yeah,
I would
like
do
I was
this
just saying, yeah, like the jump in like the game, you ignore the first 10 feet of fall damage, and then it's D6 for every 10 feet
10
after
feet.
that. So it's like it's not a death fall.
No,
it might
it's-
hurt, but like
It'd
it's,
be what it'd be 3d6 if you're 40 feet.
yeah, at
Yeah.
maximum it'll deal 18 damage. So
I'm
like
gonna do
you'll
the
be
jump.
fine. Like everyone should be fine. It's just that I don't necessarily have to fall right now either. We could just chill out here.
But why?
Because
Get
don't
out
we
of here.
have to get the thing?
We have the thing.
So,
You have the first
I'll
page
tell you, so there's really
Oh.
no height where it says like this height will kill you entering water. It's
Yeah.
depending on how you enter the water. Like I said,
Yes,
breaking
the
surface
type
tension
of
is great.
jumping.
If you decide to jump off the ladder like this, you will
You're dead.
die.
Yeah, if
at
you
30
belly
feet.
flop in, that's
You
all.
Oh,
need,
yeah.
you need to be as like listening, being a sailor. Like you need to enter at like a pencil. You need to be expertly pointing your toes and shit because you will break your leg otherwise. Like this is not no joke.
Although apparently the world record for high dives into water is 177 feet,
Oh, that's bonkers.
Yeah,
which is like
That
4
is
times what we're dealing with
crazy.
right now.
That's crazy.
Damn.
That is crazy.
that is
though.
insanity. No, thank
Because
Almost
like the
100
Golden
it said,
Gate
like,
Bridge is like
1980
220 feet above water, and rarely anybody who jumps from that ever lives.
Yeah.
So
You're only 40 feet up though. So.
Yeah, we are
I know.
nowhere near that thing.
I will say this though, as you guys are kind of arguing what you want to do.
Not that
You
the
hear a
statement is-
gunshot,
oh shit.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
say something's also happening upstairs.
and all of a sudden you just see a cage falling down, and as you look over, it's pretty close to you guys. You see a giant guardian fowl and a small scrawny white dude inside this cage as it's falling
Oh, no.
towards the rope ladder, closer and closer. Arthur, you were at the bottom.
Yeah.
You might want to give me an athletics roll to GTFO out of there before it collides with you.
All right. Here we go. Athletics. Can I do acrobatics or only athletics?
Yes, acrobatics is fine too.
All right. That's me. 23.
All right, so
Okay.
immediately, Arthur, you see that this cage is on a collision course for you, and you begin immediately, like, jumping your, like, not even climbing, you are grabbing on and, like, hopping up the rope ladder as the elevator cage connects with the ladder, intertwining the rope in between its bars, and continuing to fall at incredibly great speeds. The rope ladder, for a second, kind of disrupts the fall. You actually can feel a tug on the ladder. A tug so great, if you look upwards, the Dusk Star itself actually like jostles a little bit.
Yeah.
And finally, who's closest to the top right now? I believe Darby.
It might be
Probably.
me.
Yeah, either me or Darian. Because
I'll
Jamie
say
had to go down
I'll say
to
Darby
get
because
to...
Darian, you caught Arthur as he was falling.
Yeah.
So Darby, you just hear a rip,
Oh no.
and,
Well,
and you look up, and the rope, one side of the rope ladder has torn, and it begins to swing out this way as the cage is continuing to swing the weight back and forth like a pendulum. And Darby, you look up, and you just stare at that one taut piece of rope holding all of you, as the rope just begins to fray and unravel and stretch and tear.
Sweet.
No more
Oh,
debate, we're
really
jumping.
love
The
this.
cage has entangled itself in the rope ladder. It's not going straight to the goddess lake.
It is entangled in the rope ladder.
Oh shit. Okay. That's not good for them because if they're in a cage, if they hit goddess lake, they're going to drown.
Rip!
Is there someone in the cage?
No,
yes,
Joel.
Sentinel and Joel are in the
Joel.
cage.
All right. Well, then I'll just freaking go to the cage, and then try to unlock it as we fall.
Well,
I
it's like
guess.
Darby's going to start
All
climbing
right,
down
all right,
immediately.
So Darby's just like, this is ripping. And as you think
Yeah.
that, Darby, and Jay begins making his way down to the cage to help Joel and Sentinel, the rope ladder has officially severed itself completely. You are now all in free fall, falling 40 feet towards the goddess lake, holding on to your lives. Jamie, give me an acrobatics roll right now to try and climb down this thing.
Okay, so that's not the best. That's a 16.
Okay, it's good enough. You were able to make your way down towards the cage. You're actually standing on the bars. The bars are what have been entangled.
Okay, is there like a lock to the cage, or is it just like a cage? With a...
No, there's a lock to the cage. There's a door that opens and closes, and it's not even really a lock. It's like a latch that someone would open and close because people are using this elevator cage to get on and off the Dusk Star. So you're able to grab onto the cage, and you're like making your way. You're shimmying across the bars as you're spinning. The rope ladder's spinning. Yeah. You're all holding onto it for dear life right now. And
I'm gonna wake over to the cage. I'm gonna open the door.
All right.
And so that they can have like a chance to get out.
Yep. Yeah. So Jamie, you flip up the like holder and you open the door. Right before the cage strikes the water at full force. I need everyone to give me a 3d6 damage. Jamie, you are immediately pushed from the cage. And Sentinel is going to take that as well. Actually not that bad for him. No,
3d6, you said?
That wasn't actually that bad.
Mine's not great.
It's an 8. I rolled a 6 and 2 1s.
Oh, 2 6s and a 2.
Ooh.
14.
I got 10 altogether.
I've never been so happy to get 2 natural 1s on dice.
Wait, did you say you got 2 6s and a 2, Eric? Yeah. That's exactly what I got. I'm hurt.
14 on both of you. That feels bad.
I got a 10.
Got 8.
Sentinel got a 4.
As I'm describing to Darian,
of course, because I helped him get out of the freaking cage.
They also have a fly
As I'm trying to describe to Darian how to enter the waters when this thing rips, and we're both just like flailing like idiots in the air as we enter the water.
You guys are now sinking below the goddess lake. The force of the hit with the cage dragging it down, holding onto the rope ladder, or if you jumped off, even the fall from the dive, you are like very deep now under this lake here as the cages continue to sink. The wind's been slightly knocked from you, but you're able to recover. No one's gone unconscious, and you can see the light from the sun illuminating the top of the surface of the water. And Joel and Sentinel, Joel begins to swim and look down and see that Sentinel is just sinking down to the bottom, flapping his chicken wings, unable to swim.
Oh.
Wait, he can't swim? Why can't he make an athletics check to swim?
Sentinel is unable to swim.
Do I see that?
Yeah, everyone can see that at this point. You are all like in the same vicinity of the cave.
Alright, I'm swimming over to
or freshwater.
It's a freshwater lake.
Okay, so my eyes aren't singing. All right, yeah, I was gonna say I can swim pretty well because I have a tail to help propel me. So I'm going to see if I can get over to Sentinel as well.
All right, anyone who's going to help Sentinel, I need athletics rolls to swim.
I will go to try and help.
All right.
Darby is not.
I got a
Darby is
10.
going back to the surface.
Okay.
Athletics or acrobatics, or just athletics?
Just athletics on this one. You can
athletics to swim. Yeah.
That's 4.
Swimming using athletics.
That's
usually.
a 4.
18.
Oh,
that's right.
So Darian and Arthur are struggling. They're trying to swim their ways. The shock of hitting the water, your head is discombobulated right now. Everything about you can't tell which way is left, right, up, down. You're spinning. But Jamie, you immediately managed to recover. Some of your medical knowledge has kind of given you an idea of ways that you can like right yourself so that you can figure out your directions, and you begin immediately swimming your way to Sentinel. You grab onto the cage as it's sinking. The bird is rapidly flapping his wings, and he kind of sees you and looks up at you with a "help me" kind of look.
I'm gonna say, of course, the giant chicken can't swim. Why would it ever know how to do that? That would just be insane. It's just like, I'm just going to I'm just going to literally try to like, because the door is open, so he should be able to just like.
Yeah, he has managed to like get his beak and talons and pull himself out.
I'm gonna try and pull him out and keep him afloat.
All right. So Jamie, as you're helping here, he's pretty heavy. You don't know if he'd be able to swim to the surface, but you actually see Joel swim up next to you and grab onto Sentinel from the other side, and is like, and the two of you can begin kicking your way up to the surface.
Yes, we will do this.
So Jamie, Joel, with Sentinel are making their way up to the surface. Darby is making their way up. Arthur and Darian, I need another athletics check from you as you guys have kind of regained your sense.
13.
Ooh, athletics. That's 21.
Really
Arthur,
good.
you're able to go. Darian, you are still struggling. You give me a D6 of drowning damage.
Ugh,
Drown.
Drowning damage.
that's right.
Whew, I am
Well,
rolling
I'm
really
looking
good
at
for
the
damage today.
Damage.
I'm rolling really good for damage today, guys.
Oh.
Oh no.
As you guys are making your way to the surface, Darby, you're the first to emerge. You kind of taking a deep breath. You look up, you see the Dusk Star, like above you. The chute is still hanging open. A section of the rope ladder is still tangled.
Darby's hat.
Oh, Darby
my
100% is
goodness.
grabbing it as he's falling. He's not letting that thing go.
When you fell into the water, it wouldn't have stayed on your head.
It's floating. It's floating in
Okay.
He immediately swims over to it if he's not already holding it, because I assume Darby would hold it as he's
dang it.
falling.
Then, Jamie, Joel, and Sentinel emerge, and
Ooh.
finally Arthur shoots up, but there's no Darian yet, who is still struggling under the water. And you wait for a second, you look around, but Darian has not emerged.
I got him. I'm gonna go back for Darian. Before I do this, however, I am going to reach into my pocket and I'm going to drink something that I stole from a guy a long time ago, the potion of water breathing that I just looked at my thing and thought about now. So I'm gonna quick down that bad boy, and then confidently and calmly, I'm going to swim back down
All
to
right.
get Darian.
Yep, so you just slick back this potion like it's a Pepsi, chuck the bottle into the already polluted lake, and begin swimming your way down where you see Darian swimming upwards but struggling. Jamie, you kind of come down, wrap your arm around him, and together the two of you are able to get your way up, break the surface of the water. Darian, you take a huge deep breath, your lungs fill with air, fill with oxygen, and you feel a bit rejuvenated.
Nice. Thank you, Dr. Watts.
You know, every day we are falling out of some sort of shit chute into a giant lake. You never
Yes,
know
we
when the
are.
favor will be returned.
Well, you know, I'd love to say this is the first time that a ship has shipped me out, but I'd be lying if I did.
Wait, do we still have the Force Nage?
I
Of all
hope
the
so.
items that you grabbed from the treasure room.
Ooh, okay.
Are just
Joel-
gonna do a quick scan of the horizon and see which shore is closest?
There's one that's pretty close, just to the east of you. It'll
Okay.
probably just be a quick swim. Also, Skipper is already at the shore waving to you guys, like, "Hey guys!"
What a guy.
What a-
Skipper's a
what a-
freaking
All right,
animal.
I'm gonna head that way.
Joel-
I'm gonna...
Joel, as Arthur begins to swim, Joel's like, "Gattaca!" And then he begins swimming with Sentinel to the shore.
Gattaca.
I don't
Um,
understand what that means.
I 100% am gonna go under the water and swim away so I'm not seen with the commotion.
Away from the rest of the group to a different shore?
No, to the
Okay.
shore, but just like under the water,
Underwater.
because I'm guessing people are going to be looking over the boat after a gunshot and a whole thing crashing down.
Alright, so you guys, Jamie, you dive, begin swimming your way. It takes you a little longer, but eventually all of you are able to make your way to the shore. Jamie coming in last since he was underwater, but you're all kind of able to emerge. You're all drenched. Fortunately, the water has more or less washed off all of the grossness of the garbage, but as Joel looks at all of you, he just goes, "Oh my god, why do you guys smell like shit so much?"
You don't. Just don't.
Oh
And
my,
Darby's
oh my
going to-
God!
Immediately start just casting prestidigitation
What
over
did you-
everything as much as he
I'm
can
gonna
to
throw
clean
up.
himself
I'm
off.
gonna fucking throw up right now.
Um,
Joel just
so-
walks off.
How did
I'm
you
gonna
get
ring
shot
it
out of a
myself.
cannon or how did you get shot out of a cage?
We did well. Okay, so Sentinel met this really pretty lady who wanted to meet Ansem. So Sentinel and maybe me a little bit decided to James Bond it and talk to Ansem, who kind of figured out we were doing some shit,
Of
and then we
course.
ran to the cage.
So
and he
the
got-
only
So-
only person that was not supposed to know we were aboard the ship, you decided to have a personal conversation with.
Well, Jalen, Tetch already talked to the guy.
Okay, well,
Jayla was supposed to be there to
Jayla
begin
is the
with.
guardian.
Yes.
Okay.
Tetra has worked for him in the past. There is literally no reason a pizza shop owner should have made that party list. I'm sorry. You compromised the mission. You are lucky to be alive.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna
I realize that.
walk towards the Safar Inn,
Wait,
and I'm not having this conversation
Wait,
with
Jamie.
anybody right now.
We are on the
Wait,
ground.
wait.
We need to make it to the Rainbow
yeah,
Bridge.
wait.
Yeah, we gotta get back into the city.
Don't think we should immediately go back into high water. And I'm
Right.
gonna kind of look at the. Is there like a forest nearby or like
Yeah,
a
some
wooded?
woods and stuff nearby.
I mean, like maybe we lay low.
I agree.
That'd be a bad idea.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that the chicken and this guy might just give an entire map to exactly where we are. Would you like to tell the Mark where we're going? Is there
All
another
I know
thing you
is
would like to
You
do?
guys need some Perel or something, because I don't know if I can handle this.
Hey Joel, you can go back.
Feel
to
free
Padlo.
to go back
Yeah.
to the ship, even if you'd like.
Yeah. I'm sure they're
Uh-oh.
waiting for you at the
Yeah, I'm
party.
sure Ansem would love to talk about everything we did on the ship.
Did you guys get it? Did you guys get the Nage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Fuck
we did.
yeah! And he holds out
course
his
we
hand,
did.
they're aiming for a high five.
I'm gonna ignore his high five and instead give him a hug and just put his face right into my stinky shirt.
Joel's struggling for a second. Is he able to break free? Give me an athletics roll. See
boy.
if you can hold him.
11.
Wow,
Grapple check.
you rolled exactly the same thing as him, so he technically beats you. So he goes
Yeah.
to, he pushes away. What happened to you guys? With the Force Nage in Ansem's toilet, did you have to literally burrow into his toilet to find it?
Yes.
Don't answer him.
No.
He doesn't need to know this.
Maybe. Let's go set up camp. I'm
Yeah.
wet and I smell like shit. Darby, please do the magic-y thing and make us smell
Yeah.
better.
Please.
I can start once we get somewhere a little safer.
Oh, what about Tetra and Jayla? They're still up there.
They'll
Tetra and
figure
Jayla
it
shouldn't be in danger.
out. They should be up there to begin
Well,
with.
they may have attacked a bugbear to help us get off the ship, so
Oh dear God in heaven.
they might be in danger at this point. I don't know.
Okay.
Well,
I don't think
I'm
there's going to be any
sure
problems for
Oh,
Jayla.
let me ask you a question. Is it a crime to attack the guardian of the champion of Highwater?
Oh, that's a terrible idea.
Okay, so I think
Why?
I
Jayla
think
should be
Jayla's fine. Yeah. Tetra, on the other hand, she's crafty. She'll figure it out.
She can find her way out. I'm sure there's another cage she can eject herself at extreme
Yeah.
speed.
There
it
is
is
2
true.
elevators, so it's always an option. Man, I thought you guys were gonna rig that shit to explode or something. I was waiting for that.
As much
Why
as we would
would
have
why
liked
would we
to.
rig the ship to explode when we have literally no way of contacting you to get off safely?
Or all
I
the
mean-
innocent people that happened to be on the ship at the time.
Good point. You know, when your diet consists of movies and fiction novels, just innocent people die all the time. You just kind of get used to it.
But don't rule out that ship exploding. I would love to see that ship go up in flames.
I would rather see that ship go into our possession first.
That is a monstrosity. I would never allow us to own. I would burn that thing before I sailed that thing.
Kidding me? That thing is the coolest thing any of us have ever seen, and you know it.
I'm
right
just
there.
gonna lose an extreme amount of respect for Darby in this moment.
You telling me you don't want to fly
I-
around?
Dr. Jamie is gonna. I'm with Darby on this one. The flying mega ship is objectively a really dope thing. So
Yeah.
It's
we're gonna
literally-
we'll take it. We'll take it out. We'll take it over here.
You know,
Right.
I would build my own flying ship before flying that one, considering the fact that literally every board of that ship is probably has some sort of fluid of some kind from Ansem on it.
You know what?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's,
and that's
fair.
a fair point.
That's fair.
and that is a good critique.
That's a good
Allow us to
point.
continue talking about semen as this town seems to do
I
for
would like to
some
say, though,
odd reason.
Sometimes, sometimes you just gotta get the sloppy seconds, and I do that shit might
Aw.
be worth it. I don't know.
No.
Ugh, I'm
I
gonna keep.
refuse. No, vessels are supposed to be on the sea. not in the sky.
But like,
Arthur is going to storm away, frustrated and angry.
As
That
Arthur-
anybody would think that this is a flying ship is a good idea.
As Arthur's
Rawr.
gonna say, "Okay, boomer," and then
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, old man yells at cloud.
I'm out.
okay.
Read all about it.
Arthur dies on instant.
Salty sea dogs are still mad.
The
Alright,
flying
well,
ship is
anyway.
objectively
You guys
better
make
than
your
a
way over to
newborn.
one of the woods, bring yourself in, and begin to set up camp with your equipment and whatnot. You're able to kind of put together a makeshift camp where you can stay there for however long you would like.
Just
Can
for
we-
the day, kind of wait
Can
out.
we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a
Can we see the
day.
ship at all? Can we see at all if there's any commotion?
Where you are, you've kind of gone far enough in, not really, so someone would have to kind of wait as a lookout.
I just want to know what happened to Jayla and Tetra. Because it's not like we can get back there in time. We'd have to climb up the Rainbow Road, go to whatever layer the elevators were on, and get up there. And even then,
Well,
we're
the
all
elevators
screwed.
weren't in
Yeah, they
high
were
water; they were
outside.
outside of high water.
Yeah,
Oh.
by the lake. Yeah.
Interesting. Do
My
we
thing is,
see-
that if we try to get back on the ship, they're gonna know we left. Like they know we
Yeah.
got off.
We don't
What
need to
if-
get back on the ship,
well,
particularly.
so
They'll
I don't
find
know
a way to
about-
get off.
I don't know about Tetra, but I feel like Jayla's a little too valuable to kill. And at some
Yes.
point, she's gonna have to come off the ship. Why don't we just set up a lookout at the elevator that leaves the ship? And then, I don't have a plan, but it's probably easier to snatch Jayla and Tetra if she's with her when they exit versus going back up.
I'm not against camping near the entrance to Ansom's ship.
The woods aren't really close to his ship. He's more in like a
Okay.
clearing. You can see his ship from the woods, but it's not like by his ship.
Okay.
Well, we don't
So
need to be
for us-
right next to it. We just need
Right,
to be
but
able
for
to
see
us
who's
to have a
coming in and
view
out.
of who's coming and going, do
Yeah.
we have to be in a clearing?
Yes, you'd able to do that if you either camp close or put a lookout.
Okay. Who wants to be the lookout? I can volunteer. I don't mind looking.
I mean, I
And we
can,
can.
I can always become invisible if things get a little dicey.
That's a solid point. I don't imagine that we're gonna have to.
I
do
don't
this with
think it'll
ships.
become
I
a
imagine
problem,
they're gonna be doing. They're gonna be moving pretty fast on it.
I'm sure she's
I don't-
getting kicked off the ship because they're not going to kill her. So
No, yeah, they're
unless
not
she
gonna-
kills every single one of his bugbear guards, I think she's getting
Which-
kicked off that ship.
Which I feel is incredibly unlikely,
Yeah.
just given the track record. If anything, we should be more worried about Jayla. You all are you're giving her a lot of credit.
It's not a matter of her combat prowess. It's a
No
matter of if
mistake me saying
Ansem
that she's
kills her,
probably
he's
not
going
being
to be in a lot
killed
of
because of
trouble.
her value in fighting.
Yes.
It's more about her value as a person being
Yes.
alive.
As the champion, if Ansem kills her, that's a big problem for him.
You'll see that giant flying blimp being shot out of the sky.
Kills her, with witnesses around,
Right.
That too.
which he
Exactly,
could
yeah.
Plenty of people
easily,
see it.
which he could easily move her to a different room and do. But yeah, you're right. Chances are he won't kill her. At least if he's as
My thing is,
smart as he
as,
might be.
as much as that probably would help his angle, Ansem is somebody who likes the public eye too much.
Yeah.
But
and
yeah,
for
but also
any
why
sort of-
kill her?
Yeah, any sort of rumor that's around him being associated with the champion's death is just gonna hurt him in the long run. So
But Tetra is probably dead.
I
Hopefully
think
not.
Tetra's crap.
we can hope not.
I mean, like, he's a rival treasure hunter. It's clear that they have animosity, and if she's attacked him, I mean, if I was a murdering sociopath, that would be who I would kill.
I'm sure Jayla's trying to pull as many strings as she can right now to keep her alive.
We'll see, I guess.
All right, I will. I'll scout and see if I can see anything. Any sort of commotion, if the party totally shut down, or if the party's still going, and somehow Jayla and Tetra were let off the ship, or however that situation went down. Yeah, unless it's still unfolding.
Cool.
So while everyone's kind of prepping camp, Arthur, you go and wait by the tree line to see what's going on. About an hour and a half passes before you see the one elevator that remains descending downwards. Looks like they've tied like a counterweight to it to temporarily repair the thing. And it opens, and a couple bugbears step out. It goes back up, comes down. A couple more bugbears come out. Finally, it comes down, and Ansem steps forth. And with him is Jayla and Tetra, hands bound behind their backs, being led to high water.
Yeah, shit. Okay, I'm gonna see. So I see them go into high water. So they're basically being escorted to some sort of like the barracks or the stockade.
You're most likely going to see Captain Cromley related to the attack on Ansom's ship.
All right, I'm gonna let the group know. So we have the fall guys. If we're interested in letting them take the fall for what went down.
Well, okay. I would like to chat with Joel and Sentinel within that hour and a half that we're sitting there and ask exactly what happened. And I think at this point we would know that, you know, maybe we weren't exactly invited to the party, but Ansem was the aggressor, and there were lots of people that saw that. Right?
Yeah.
Ansem
I mean, we would have
started the fight.
Yeah, because he pointed a gun at Joel, if I remember.
Yes.
Said he would
Blank
kill
out
him.
of
if-
nowhere.
Jayla can get herself out of this situation. I mean, she's the champion and all.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
you guys have seen the high water guard. I mean, pretty much you toss them a copper coin, and they're just like, "I didn't see you murder that person."
Tetra
True,
might be in a
Ansem-
little bit of a different.
the Ansem's got all the money. But okay, but Tetra and Jayla are together. Jayla's, for all of her faults, probably won't let Tetra take the entire
My
fall.
thing is there's money play, but there's also the political aspect of like she's the
The
champion.
champion,
Like
yeah.
yeah, I can pay you $1 million gold, but like that still doesn't give me the weight of having the title of being champion.
I would like to point out that Joel was also champion at one point, and I don't really think anyone cares
I'm
about
not
him.
saying it. I'm not saying it
Champion
should.
anymore? No one gives a shit at all. Trust me.
It's-
Well, what
I'm
I'm
not-
saying, what I'm saying is they can always find a new champion if she
Yes.
becomes too much of a
Oh, well,
problem.
so that's a little more complicated. The only reason that Jayla became champion is because I technically died for like 10 minutes. So they had to do this whole like, holy crap, the champion's dead. And then I came back and they were like, our champion's back. And I was like, not so fast. I died. And they'd have to
So what
summon
I-
a new one. And there's no positives.
So what I'm saying is that if there was someone else that they'd rather be champion, this would be a great opportunity to do that. This city is not like honorable, it's clearly. So she is not safe just by her title.
If
It's
I know
clear.
Governor Core enough, I don't think he'd let anything too bad happen to Jayla. Maybe
I mean-
some time in jail, but
Yeah, Captain Cronley's reasonable.
Yeah, he's not ridiculous.
The rest of the guard is dumb, but Captain Cronley's reasonable.
Captain Cromley's on the take. They all are.
I mean, I haven't
So-
seen anybody pay off Captain Cronley, but
So what are you proposing, Jamie? We do something about it?
I mean, I am fine with them taking the fall for a heist they had a part in and getting caught. However, I don't necessarily enjoy my crew being nabbed for a job because that ultimately looks bad on me. So,
Right, and in fairness, they're being nabbed for a attack that was instigated not by them. It's not even
Yeah.
for a heist. They don't even know anything was
Yeah.
stolen.
well, to Jamie's point, he's basically saying that they might be going to Captain Cronley, which fingers crossed they are, because Captain Cronley seems to be the most, you know, straightforward, reasonable town guard in the entire city. But if he can be bought, then we have a problem because they're part of the crew or the
Right.
group.
exactly. And if they know, because they already knew that we were coming here to do this, so it behooves us to get them out of that situation before they are broken by because then we're caught. And rule number 1 is don't get caught. So
How many?
They compromise us, essentially.
they compromise the heist, which means we kind of have to stop them from getting interrogated.
Ethan, how
That's
many bugbears came down with Ansem?
Evan.
From my count 7, Darian.
That's so many.
If I wasn't
Hmm.
more than half dead,
I mean, I can fix that.
Also, Ansem is fucking insane. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Frank.
exactly.
Like,
And
that
that's
dude
kind
could-
of like
that dude could single-handedly kill
Murders.
every single one of us. Like
Yeah, he could
as much as
probably
I
one-shot
hate
everyone.
him, like he is, like he's got murder on the brain. So we
and
need
he's
to
clearly
publicly,
ready to do that.
and we need to publicly settle this, not privately. If you get catching my drift.
I'm picking up what you're throwing down because my original thought was we wait for Ansem to hand her off or whatever and break her out of jail. But I like this public idea.
So okay, then you can shoot me down and say this is a terrible idea, but
Okay.
what does Ansem care about more than anything?
Himself.
This
Fact.
treasure.
Right, and also, and I'm gonna point at the Dark
He's
Star.
not up there.
Dust Star.
exactly. So if something were to pull his attention away from his current pursuit, let's say maybe a fire, Arthur's gonna get a little too excited when he says fire.
Ooh.
I mean, we
Wait a
could
second,
just
Arthur.
steal it.
Are you saying
We could just
we're going to
steal it.
climb back up onto the Dusk Star? We're going to find something flammable on the Dusk Star.
The whole
We're gonna
ship is
set it on
flammable.
fire.
That is
Pretty
exactly
much
what
real
I'm saying.
flammable that's gonna cause an issue. That's
I
what
mean-
you're
That
saying.
or go for a joyride.
Dr. JV, even though he has put most of his thief days far behind him and resents the training he has been beaten into, the concept of stealing an airship is no, he doesn't know anyone who's done that, and that's a whole bit.
I
Hey, yes,
vote we.
titties, let's do it.
I vote we steal the airship.
I think that's a good
I
idea.
think we steal the airship. I think that's the only play as
We
of
set it
right
on
now.
fire.
I mean,
No, it's a cool thing, Arthur. We'll talk
Yes.
about this later.
we'll talk about the fire later.
We
but
can talk about
he
it
still
while we're
does have
flying
an
it around
army
the city.
of hoblings in
That's fair.
below deck, though.
That
In
is-
fairness,
That's
True.
true.
that we aren't considering. So
Right. I'm just saying, try and do something that pulls his attention away. That like he will stop pursuing Jayla and Tetra altogether because his
Yeah.
entire being is centered around that object.
that's the move. Let's go back up there now.
Okay.
We like right now.
Yep.
Turn the ship around and point
Moving.
it in a completely different direction, and then
Sounds
just start
good.
going.
Sounds
and he'll
good.
have to make a decision. Yeah, no, I'm into that.
All right.
What?
I'm totally fine with that.
Okay.
Wait, I want to see how much rope I have. I probably should have checked this before we fell out the trap chute.
Yes,
What?
you should have.
I don't think I have any, so yeah.
It's
I
okay.
have rope.
We're walking, and me and Jamie are walking and talking already. We're
My,
already.
Yeah, yeah, I
my
would say.
I
thing
should
is,
probably get
we're
rid of the
gonna
rope.
need a way off the ship that isn't the elevator or the trash chute because we're gonna.
We can
be
just
flying.
crash it. We'll just crash it.
I don't.
I don't want to die.
That's
I
way
don't
too
want
dangerous.
the hoblings on board. Like, look at
You know what-
Skipper.
Okay,
He was a good
you know what,
hobbling.
Darian? We can find a successful way to get everyone to a safe area, and then we destroy the ship. How's
There
that?
has
That
to
I
be
agree.
No.
lifeboats.
There's also still party people on the boat too. Like
Exactly.
nobody-
Yeah.
I would
nobody
also
haven't gotten
assume
off
that
it.
the ship can probably
Oh,
land
let's
on
raise
ground.
hands. Let's raise hands. How many of you have ever been a pirate before?
Define pirate.
Yeah, like
Let's
what does that mean?
define pirate out there.
Carrying a vessel. You don't go, oh, well, maybe there's somebody's sister's daughter on board. You just take the damn thing.
We could take it. I don't want to crash it with
Okay.
people on
Well,
board.
Well,
I don't
you know
care
what?
about taking it.
I
We
am-
can do that.
I'm also with Antlers here. I'm not about.
Great.
Yeah.
That's
Crashing
wonderful.
the
That's,
boat.
it's,
We
it's
don't
nice
need to
have-
commit the mass
It's great to have a
murder.
positive idea. I love having this great view of Rainbow. You know what? I also want $1 million. I'd also love for wonderful things to happen to me, but it doesn't always work out that way. I'm just saying, you want an exit plan? Crashing isn't always a bad idea.
It is because
Idea.
yes.
Okay, so in the movie Die Hard, Hans
Oh my
Gruber
God.
puts a bomb
Stop.
in.
What
Stop.
are any
Joel, for
of
the
the
love
words
of
you're
God.
saying?
I have taken a particular vow, Joel.
I
I
love
need
the
you
idea
to
of the
understand. If you say another word in the next 5 minutes, I will break it. I don't want to do that. Please.
Let's talk about this bomb later, Joel.
Yes.
You'll talk about a bomb at another time.
All right.
Let's
we will-
go to the ship. We'll figure out how we're gonna get off of it after we turn it around.
And we'll steal it, and no harm will come to a single board. Nobody will get a splinter. All the hoblings will be saved, and they'll all live happy, fulfilling lives. How about that?
That's
Darian?
awesome. I'm glad that that's the mentality you have. Mass murder should never be option one.
I'm never proposing mass murder.
Okay, good.
I
Just
just-
as long as we're on the same page.
Collateral damage doesn't bother me as much as it does to you, my friend.
collateral mass murder.
Yes.
Alright,
Well, someone will probably survive.
Just gonna keep walking.
I'm
and
not
being
we're
like,
saying
gonna
we
steal it,
should
and
do
we're
that.
just gonna rope down. There's got to be more rope on the ship. We can get down
Yeah.
safely, and everybody doesn't have to die.
Perfect. Sounds good. I don't want
All
anybody
right.
to die either.
Oh yeah, no, you
Alright.
definitely made
Oh
that.
my
that-
I
I'm
just,
sure
don't,
you
I just don't make every little thing I do contingent on literally everyone's safety.
little murder, little thing.
It's not murder. So
Wow.
intention murder is me going up to I'm going to kill you and killing you. Me crashing a ship and people
Sorry.
dying is not murder.
Mass manslaughter over
There you
here.
go. Okay.
Oh
Jamie,
my
am I allowed
goodness.
to talk to rebuttal Arthur's statement real quick?
You are never allowed to speak again.
You know what? No, I will grant you this permission on behalf of not Jamie because he wouldn't allow it. But I would like to
Arthur,
hear what you have to say.
You're a cool dude and all, but that's kind of fucked up.
I never claimed to be anything else.
Oh my goodness. Let's get on this ship and try
Joel
to keep
has
as many
earned-
people alive as possible.
Joel
That's
has earned
crazy.
exactly 0.5 respect from Darian for that statement.
Jamie does not give out gold stars for not wanting to kill people, and thus he gains nothing.
Yeah, this should be the default, honestly.
Arthur
That's the
wants-
default.
Arthur
setting.
wants to destroy the ship. He does not want to kill anybody.
You guys, we can make
There's
your way back
distinction.
to
goal.
Dusk Star.
Oh man,
This
that's so
elevator's been
funny.
going up and down and letting off like party guests after this terrible, horrible like attack.
Oh,
has happened.
good. So a lot of them are leaving.
Yep. So a bunch of them are leaving. So you guys kind of walk up, and there's some bugbears down there that are escorting people off. They're apologizing. We're so sorry for the inconvenience. A little riffraff. Next year will be much better. We're so sorry. We're so sorry. And you're kind of there watching this.
Mhm.
Why don't we wait until
I don't know
it
how much
seems like
time.
they're slowing down just a
Or how
little
much-
bit, and then we all fell into we can say that some people on the crew pushed us overboard and we're pissed off. We want to speak to Ansem, but also we left some of our personal effects on the ship that we need.
I mean, we're dry now. Prestidigitation would have done that.
Oh, that's
already.
true. That
It's
is
been a
true.
couple hours, so you guys have definitely tried.
Yeah, so we just
You
we
might
just
still
honestly
smell
just
bad.
We
Press
can,
the
Well,
say,
Prestidigitation would
Prestidigitation
also
can
make
make
sense,
sense,
yeah.
yeah.
Prestidigitation, yes.
we can say we left one of our friends aboard who's drunk.
yeah. We just want to go back and get them.
Make sure
Make sure
he's
they're safe.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
In the commotion.
Let's do it. I'm
Yeah,
down with that
Do we,
plan.
do we
Sure.
recognize any of these bugbears? Do they like? would
No,
we-
they just look
okay.
like crew.
That's fine.
All right, who wants to approach them?
I will.
I'll go with Arthur.
All right, Arthur and Darby walk up. The one bugbear looks over and goes, excuse me, sirs. I'm currently assisting some people right now.
Totally understand. We just did minor emergency. In the rush to get off and get to safety, we left one of our friends, associates on board. They had a little bit too much of the free champagne, and I don't
more
think
than they
they're in
should.
a spot to get themselves off of the ship. So we just kind of
Oh.
want to make things easier and help them out.
Nice
Glad to
showing
hear
that
they
they're
were
there.
making merry. One of the crew will assist them off the boat. No need to worry.
As much as I trust them, this person has a particular set of skills to get themselves involved in things they probably shouldn't, and I'd like to see them off the ship myself, if at all possible.
I've been told not to let anyone else onto the Dusk Star. You will have to leave it to the crew.
I'm sorry, that's not good enough. For my employer, he is going to have my head. You have to understand, I know you work for somebody who's very, has a big temper, is highfalutin, has expectations. I'm the same way. I'm just trying to make sure that we all have a great day and nobody gets involved in anything they don't want to be involved with.
I have been given my orders, friend. And as the bugbear says this, Joel kind of slips away and puts his arm around you, Arthur, and goes, "Hey, man, like, it's just his girlfriend. I mean, come on, she had a little bit too much to drink. Shit happens. Like, fucking just let us up on the boat. Hey, you know what? Just give you a heads up. I'm a little bit big of a deal out of the city. Paz's Pizza, the pizza port, all that stuff. Why don't you swing on by when you got some free time and I'll hook you up with a free slice or two. How's that sound?" Fine.
Oh.
They step aside.
Awesome. Arthur's gonna kind of shockingly look at Joel and step onto the elevator.
He joins you.
Well, the first times I've seen Joel do something actually effective.
Hey, I'm not totally fucking useless. Only like 70% of the time.
This town makes no sense. Nothing about it that anybody does makes any like linear sense. I want to go back to wherever I was from originally. The other town.
Okay, I'm on the elevator.
I'm also
Yeah.
in the elevator.
I'm also there.
All right. The bugbear sends the elevator up. I'll say Sentinel stayed down. He was too fat to fit in the elevator.
Aww.
Nice.
Launches upwards. It's like you see the stone that they've tied to make this thing pass you by, and you are at the top. It opens. There's a bugbear up there. There's a line of people waiting to get off. It kind of looks at you guys, and they're like, "They sent someone up."
Yeah, just trying to get somebody, help get somebody off. Don't worry about it. And we're just gonna kind of push
His
past it.
girlfriend is really drunk. Don't worry about it.
And we're gonna kind of make our way towards where we know how to get into the hull of the ship.
All right, in the commotion, you guys don't have too much trouble getting into the hull of the ship. Everyone is pretty occupied trying to get these people off right now.
All right. When we
Okay.
were exploring earlier, did we saw the control room, correct? When we were walking there,
No, you didn't.
we
You
did
just
not.
saw you saw a room with a bunch of like doors and halls and stuff, and then you made your way further down and found the
Did
gold digger.
Skipper happen to join us on this
Yeah,
venture?
Skipper's there.
Skipper.
Oh, sweet.
Here's
Nice
the control room.
Skipper, yeah.
Skipper can show you the control room. It's
Perfect.
this way, and he actually leads you out the doors that you just walked in.
You know that's fair, I guess.
Yeah.
It would be
yeah,
hard to
yeah.
drive this thing from the inside. You can't. Really
That's
see
fair.
where you're going.
I figured it was propelled by the giant manta ray ship inside, but maybe not.
So actually, technically, Sentinel and Joel saw where it's kind of commandeered because Skipper takes you up the stairs where Ansem was greeting people, where there's like a big ship's wheel,
Yeah, I kind
and
of figured.
Skipper goes over and says, "That's fake. It doesn't do anything."
Arthur's
Oh.
Arthur's respect for this vessel is again plummets.
He
Oh.
reaches down, he grabs like a cabinet that's like attached to the bottom, he opens it, and
Mm.
in below is like a seat, and there's like a zillion different controls down there, levers and buttons, pipes and tubes funneling magical energy to and fro from different areas. There's probably about 40 different buttons and levers down there. That's how you fly it.
I'm very excited to look at this, and
So,
If Pod tests anything, Arthur's going to make a distinct observation. How many people are still on the ship before we go and commandeer this thing?
I appreciate it.
About 40 or to 50 more.
We might want to wait till most of the people get off, or all the people get off.
can I do an investigation check
I
on
like that
the
tone.
panel to see
Yeah.
if I can like have any concept of how this thing works?
So Jamie, you can kind of hop down, give me an investigation roll. As you're doing that, the rest of you notice that some of the bugbears that are helping people have kind of looked up and see you guys are up there. They're trying to figure out what you guys are doing, and a couple of them are making their way over.
I'll approach
Well-
the couple that are making their way over.
I got an 11.
11. Okay, what, Darian, what do you do?
I'm just gonna kind of like walk towards them and kind of look at them and be like, "Hey, have you guys seen a smaller woman, very very inebriated, blonde hair, human, very very drunk. We came up here to find her, and well, I couldn't help but acknowledge the superior craftsmanship of the ship. You see, I'm looking for a fleet of my own," and I kind of point to the medals on my chest.
One of the bugbear looks at his buddy. Did you see a lady matching that description? Oi, I've seen like 22 ladies matching that fucking description.
Well, she was wearing green. You can't miss
Oh.
her. Vibrant
Oh, so
green.
we've narrowed it down to like 12.
Yes, but she hasn't left the ship
Uh.
yet. We just got back up here. You
Oh.
guys mind helping me look? And I'm gonna kind of
Oh.
motion away from the control
Of
panel.
course, of course.
I'm gonna kind of stand
Is she-
halfway between where Darian is and where Jamie is to try to hear what Darian's doing, seeing how it's going, and then that way I can quickly alert Jamie like we need to go if like something happens.
The bugbear kind of looks at you, Darian, and goes, "Did she, you know,
Not so, but more like
Oh, okay. You know, I think there is a lady on here matching that description. You've seen her, you know. Not the, but the...
Yeah, I appreciate Amanda culture. Could
Yes,
you read me to
definitely.
where I couldn't see her? We were looking around and I got distracted by the control panel. You know how these things go.
Oh, why are you guys up by the control panel?
Oh, well, you see, I'm looking for a fleet myself as a man in the military. And I just,
Oh.
I was talking to Ansem over the
That
past
I'll need a
couple of
deception
weeks.
roll for.
Yeah.
Orcs.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing I am good at deception. Where's deception? 16.
Oh, yes, Ansem loves to talk about the Dusk Star. If you're
Yes, he does.
interested in getting a ship like this, if you head to the Southern Kingdoms, the Isles down there, he actually commissioned a shaman to build it for him. And he kind of begins to go on this whole history on how he built this ship and stuff like that. They kind of lead you away as they look for this, like, imaginary large-chested woman. Jamie, you are currently sitting at the control panel here with your 11 investigation, and there are lights and tubes and levers, and they all look to do the same exact thing.
I
Got
don't
it.
suppose
Got
you'll
it.
be
Got
able
it.
to fly this thing, can you, Arthur?
Well, I got it. I'm figuring it out.
I'm not
Just gonna
saying you
walk
don't.
over
I'm just
try
saying
to-
Arthur is the most
and try to-
experienced in moving ships.
Try to look over the controls and see if they make any sort of sense to me.
Give me that investigation roll, Arthur.
All right. Begrudging investigation roll.
I figured.
Oh man. That's a 22.
Oh, wow.
Oh
Arthur, you're
man!
You're kind of examining the controls, and you see a bunch of different levers, and you think the levers might adjust like the ship's altitude, or like bring it up and down, or maybe move it left and right a little bit. But that's really all you can discern from everything.
Okay. Fighting the
That-
urge to whip out his pistol and just start shooting the controls of the ship drops. He's going to wait to see if he can see all of the people. He's just basically going to be timing how the pedestrians are.
It takes about 10 minutes for the elevator to be loaded, descended, unloaded, and brought back.
Okay.
If there's about 40 people left, you're looking at about 40 minutes to an hour of this.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of just gauge how I believe Darian's conversation to be going and how far away he can get with the bugbears.
Pretty
And
well.
And I'll let Jamie know what I investigated because I don't want to hurt Jamie's pride. I'm gonna let him stay in the chair.
I'm
him do it,
I'm
but-
in the chair. All right.
Okay, that's what I said. I'm just gonna tell him what I observed, and I'm just gonna kind of gauge the scene and kind of let him know like we need to hightail it when I see things are going bad.
Darian,
Okay.
Phrases it in a way
bugbears.
that it seems like Jamie came up with it. Like, I
They
think
bring
that one
you-
might move the ship. And Jamie was like, yeah, that one, yeah, that definitely
That's
moves
what
the
I was
ship.
see. I saw it because I saw it
Exactly.
earlier.
Yeah, I
The
knew. Yeah,
button.
that's what that does. Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't know that.
So Darian, just to kind of give you an idea of how well things are going, the bugbears go up to this blind woman in a green dress. They're like, "This one,
Nope, this is not her.
more, or more."
Right next
Yeah,
to the lady.
a little less, but you know, on the backside, kind of like a.
Oh, so kind of like a.
Yeah, you're getting it.
All right. And they move on.
This-
So Jamie, back
this-
to you.
This episode has not passed the Bechdel test at all.
Yes,
with
not-
it.
it's not.
Tyrion feels horrible about the whole experience.
Right
things
next to
you
the
do.
woman. You're like, this one? Oh no, much more.
Yeah, like, oh my god. Anyway, I'm looking at the button, and I
Do you tell Jamie what you kind of discovered?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, as I said, not to hurt Jamie's pride. I'm gonna make it seem like Jamie already knows what I've discovered.
Okay.
But yes,
Yeah.
I'm going to kind of include him in what I see with the buttons.
yeah, okay, yeah, no, I get it. I'm following. I've never been on a flying ship before, but I know what buttons and tubes. I know what buttons and tubes do.
As long
Sorta.
as you can fly it, that's all that matters.
Sure. I mean, how
Let's just push the big.
if
button.
Ansem can do it, how hard can it
That's
be?
the most.
I don't
truthful
believe
statement I've ever heard
Ansem
you say,
actually
Jamie.
I
flies
can
this.
vouch Ansem doesn't know how to fly this.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's
No.
no way he knows how to fly this thing. He has
Well,
somebody
then if
fly
he
it for
doesn't
him.
know how to fly it, and if it's any one of those people that we met downstairs with the grilled cheese, no offense, grilled cheese guy, I
I
think
don't know
we'll be
how to
all
fly.
right. Never mind. Take the offense. Then it's perfectly apt. I can do this. Just
Mm.
tell me when, and I will press some buttons.
You
and I
have
will get us out of here.
still around 30 minutes until everyone is off this ship, and
Ew.
and it is getting more and more odd that you guys are standing up there.
Like, I
Punch
think
it,
you're-
Chewie. Punch it, Chewie. Let's go.
all right, I'm gonna be like, cool, and I'm just gonna do stuff. Like, I'm just gonna press because I don't know how to fly, so I'm just going to press a button that I think makes us go in a direction, and we'll
All
work
right.
it out as we go.
You press a button that you think makes you go in a direction. Is there a specific lever or button you would like to press?
Anything that goes forward from where I am looking. So if it
Alright,
is a
so
tube or if
there
it's a
is-
lever that goes this
There's a
way,
lever
then I'm
that
doing that.
goes front to back, and it's currently sitting in the middle.
Yeah, we're going forward. He said punch it, and I'm pushing it
And
forward.
you just push it forward. You immediately hear and the ship begins to lurch down like this.
Oh,
And
no.
everything begins to slide, and you guys have to grab on. Darren, you're talking to these bugbears. You feel yourself swaying this way.
Great. Cool.
Pull it
Dope,
back,
dope.
Jamie.
No doubt,
Pull it
no
back.
no doubt.
doubt. I'm gonna pull it
Pull it
back
back.
into the center thing, and I'm like, okay, buttons. I'm hitting buttons now. I'm just gonna start hitting buttons now at this point because we have to go, or else we're gonna get caught.
All right, Jamie begins to hit buttons, and you just start pressing things. The bugbears are currently trying to make their way. They immediately feel the ship. They're kind of running up there. Jamie, you're pressing buttons. The ship immediately stops lurching forward. It jerks downwards and begins to pivot off into the right. And
Nice. Yeah.
One thing I need to
in a
know.
weird angle.
One thing I need to know. We have not retrieved the anchor, correct?
No.
So this ship
Nope.
is just gonna careen.
No, it's just spinning. It's like spinning in a circle.
Nice.
I'm so happy. He's just
We're
so
moving.
happy.
It's moving right now. I did it. I think I'm doing it. How
Keep
do you
doing it,
go?
Jamie. Keep doing it.
Joel goes, push the yellow button. Push the yellow button.
I will push another button that's not that. I don't trust Joel with anything.
So you
Click.
push. All right, so you push the gray button, and
Why not?
Immediately, the ship rights itself. It like stabilizes, and it
Nice.
immediately begins to plunge like down.
Oh,
and
shit.
begins lifting off like the ground as it like is free falling.
No. Another button.
I don't know the purple
I
one.
will-
Something.
I will click the purple button.
You click the purple button. The ship immediately stops. Everyone kind of
Ew.
smacks into the ground. All the bugbears climbing up to you guys are on the floor of the deck. The nobles and the rich class are freaking out right now. And now that you
Sorry.
hit the button, Jamie, the ship just begins to like vibrate. And then it shoots itself up with
Oh,
incredible
no.
velocity.
Nice. All right.
Does the ship stop? Basically, take damage from the anchor being
Oh,
anchored?
the anchor's ripped out. And you just feel it, like you just see like the anchor falling as you guys fly it upwards to the sky.
We're about to
Nice.
TPK on this.
Ah,
Oh,
God.
boy.
We're like, okay, all right.
You're doing great. You're doing
Break
great,
the yellow
Jamie.
button!
You're doing great, Jamie.
This is great.
Oh,
All right,
God,
we're
the
flying.
vertigo.
We're officially flying up. How do I fly forward? I have
Maybe
no
this-
idea how to fly.
Maybe these levers. I'm going to point to the two levers that I noticed earlier. That Ethan said that would kind of like help rotate or steer the ship.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna start doing that.
So you do the left one, the ship, it's still going upwards, but now it's going upwards at a left angle.
It's just corkscrewing.
Oh.
Cool. Nice.
The yellow
I'm
button,
gonna-
the yellow button!
Fine, Joel. I will press the yellow button. Gosh, this is not your turn right now. I'll press it.
You press it, and immediately the ship going left goes, boom, and flies forward.
Nice.
So now
All right.
the ship is turning for left, flying forward, so it's kind of doing like this, number's like drifting in the air.
Oh, let's
Just
go.
Off away from high
Tokyo
water.
Drift,
We
baby.
got Tokyo Drift
Tokyo
and,
Drift, baby.
and an
As a quick
airship.
aside, in high water, as Ansem is taking Jayla and Tetra and it's talking to Captain Cromley about what happens, one of the bugbears taps him on the shoulder and goes, excuse me, sir. Not now. I'm currently dealing with the Rift Wrath. Have these fools arrested and executed before my little cheeky tendy can have a dookie, it seems. Well, sir, it's about the Dusk Star. What about the Dusk Star? They're evacuating it. Well, it's flying away right now. What do you mean it's flying away? Oh, goddess. Somebody stop that ship! And he immediately begins running away. And Captain Cromley's just like,
What?
so am I finishing this paperwork? What? And back to you guys.
Oh God,
We did it.
the vertigo.
Yeah!
All right,
Yeah, the vertigo.
Jamie, can you land this thing before I literally throw up overboard?
Two
No,
track,
this is the most fun thing ever.
multi-track drifting.
Yeah, baby.
But like, oh my goodness, I can't imagine. Could you imagine if I had something like this, but like on wheels? This would be crazy. At this point, Dr. Jamie Watts is enjoying himself flying this thing at crazy speeds, haphazardly.
Joel just puts an arm around Darby and just says, I want to let you guys all know that you're my family right now.
My family.
Never touch me again, Joel.
I
That's
feel
how
as
he
if I
puts
need
the
a
arm on.
Corona.
Yes.
That doesn't exist.
Corona with lime. So yeah, so the ship is going forward at a left angle. You guys are kind of making your way over to where Pragla would be, but not quite. Maybe more like in the direction of where the Holy City is.
Is it like speeding or is it like?
It's going pretty fast. Arthur, you would surmise you'd probably be in the Holy City in like 3 days at this rate.
Wow. Damn.
That's crazy.
Or zooming.
Arthur is trying to
Actually,
encourage Jamie to find a way to direct the ship towards land, so that way we will crash. But I'm not sure Jamie is listening to him.
I'm not trying to crash. I'm trying to go faster.
Well, Arthur's trying to veil his ideas in a way to be helpful.
Do you push the other lever forward, Jamie?
I don't know. I think now that I know what's forward and what's up, and now that I know those things, I think I guess I'll keep pressing buttons to find out what they do. But like, I feel like as if I'm pretty confident. I know that we don't want to get too far away from high water, so I will try to like turn it around. I want to make like a really big loops around the surrounding forest around high water. So just like really long loops.
Jamie, you begin to fiddle around with the buttons, trying to do what you want to do, and the first one you try immediately makes the ship lurch like this way, and people get tossed almost overboard. You quickly correct it. You correct it real fit. It rights itself. You play around a little bit more. You manage to figure out how to slow it down. You figure out how to speed it up using like a lever that's kind of at the bottom of your seat. And eventually you learn using the throttle at the bottom of the seat that you can activate and the two levers on the right and left, you can actually steer the ship in a circle like this.
I'm doing it. I was like, see, that wasn't so hard.
The only button you haven't pressed yet is the red one.
Oh, okay. And I have no cultural context on whether or not that's important. However, thematically, I have waited. I would have waited to press that button, whatever that button might have been. So I'm just going to be like, look, I told you I'd be able to figure it out.
What's that button do?
I don't know.
Yeah, you've pushed everything, right, Jamie?
Let's try that one.
I haven't really been keeping too much track of all the buttons you've been pushing.
I almost threw a bunch of people overboard just a second ago, and I don't know if I want to press any more buttons. I know how to fly in a loop, and until we need to land, I feel like I don't want to press any more buttons. Because I don't want to land prematurely.
Maybe it's the safely land button.
Yeah, maybe that's
and when it's time to safely land, then maybe I'll press it at that advice, ship guy.
Sure, okay.
But not before.
Let me know when you've determined that it's time to safely land there, Captain. Arthur's just going to walk away.
I am a doctor, not a pilot, damn it. Though I am a pilot currently.
Arthur, as you walk away, you see that now that Jamie's kind of figured out the ship and he's flying it smoothly, the bugbears aren't being tossed around. They're still making their way up to you guys. Stop it.
I was gonna say we still have problems to deal with.
Maybe
So
keep it a bit of a bumpy ride.
I'm going to try to bar their way in the best way possible. If their weapons are drawn, then I guess I'll start a battle with them, but I'm going to try to bar their way up the ladder, because if they go up the ladder, I'm going to be the cartoon villain and step on their fingers as they try to climb up the ladder to get to where we're at.
Yep, so they're trying to get up there.
Weapons
are not drawn yet, so Arthur, you kind of just go up, you just kind of, like, playfully kick their hands off, and you see one bugbear topple backwards and knock the other two down as they make their way up.
Oh, I'm so sorry there, sirs. I couldn't see you there.
What's going on up there?
I'm not quite sure. I was just coming down to help my friend. I heard some of you were helping my friend find his significant other. She's wearing a green dress.
Is that the lady those two idiots are going around going to all the women? It's really making them uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That sounds like my friend, though.
Well, we're gonna have to bar him from coming back on this vessel ever again.
Yeah, well, I think... Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Let him know. I'm sure he'll really, really deeply care about that.
Yeah.
Well, who's flying this thing up there?
I thought it was one of you. I saw a bugbear come up there and begin to fly. I believe he's taking... I think he's taking commands from Lord Farquaad himself.
Lord
Deception. That is a 16.
Alright, the bugbears kind of look at each other. We're gonna come up there and see what's going on and get this thing back to high water before someone kills themselves.
No can do, boys. I'm under strict orders.
What orders? By whose authority?
Ansem's.
My tail.
I've not heard that one before. That's pretty good.
Good. Who's actually flying it up there?
Real question: is there an intercom system on?
Yes, there is.
Nice.
Arthur will take a moment of silence when he asks, when that bugbear asks who's flying the ship, feeling very proud of himself for his next response, and he's just going to look at the bugbear dead in his eyes and say, "Your mom."
Nice. Exactly correct.
My mother was a pirate back in her day, and she commanded and coasted many ships, and would be proud to coast other ship. You take that back.
Who was your mother? I may know her, and I'm gonna kind of fly my hat off to the right.
Barney the Bugbear.
Barney the Bugbear. Me and her go way back. I used to fly. Yes, I used to command a ship in one of her fleets way many years ago out of Igarith.
Wow, that's been a while. My mom died like 10 years ago, so.
I'm sorry to hear that. She probably died doing what she loved, though.
She was. They were plundering a ship, and someone fired a cannon, and it took her head clean off.
Well, only the best go out that way. I'm told.
She went down with her ship. Never recovered the body. Killed my father. Literally, he killed himself over it.
Oh, well, that's again terrible. I'm so sorry to hear that news. She was quite the lady.
He poisoned my siblings. They died as well.
Well, I'm surprised you're alive. That's an incredible tale.
I was working at the time. It's all incredibly tragic. I got ran out of my village. I had to come work for this fuckwad here. I'm not allowed back in my village anymore. I can't see the graves of my father, my siblings. My mother is buried amongst the sea. It's a really miserable existence, honestly.
Well, this has gone a way I did not expect it to go, but my condolences, I guess.
Thanks. Sometimes you just really need to hear that. Someone have a bit of heart in this dirty, nasty world. Tell you that they really mean something.
Sure. She had quite the impact on myself.
What's your name? If you stay with my mother, what's your name?
My name is you would know me as Azriel.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes. I believe Azriel White.
That's the name.
Oh yes, my mother did mention you. Didn't remember her saying she sailed in anything. You might be interested in this. He plucks off a necklace and it's a skull medallion and he passes it up to you.
Okay.
That was my mother's. She said that she got it in a treasure heist that she did with some pirate buddies of hers. Yeah. I've been holding it on to her, but if you'd like it, you can have it. It might be more memorable to you than it is to me.
Well, it's your mother's. I could never take this amulet. This is incredible. It's got to be an heirloom. It's
Supposedly it's cursed with horrible luck and all your loved ones will die if you wear it. I've never believed the curse, but, you know, maybe it's time I get rid of it.
You know what? I don't think I'm the one you need to give this to. I appreciate the gesture, but I think she'd want you to have it, especially since you have nothing from her. You can't even see her body or your loved ones' bodies. I think you should keep it. I'm gonna toss it back to him.
Well, thank you. He puts it back on, and his one bugbear buddy is like, "Well, that was really, really nice." He turns, he goes, "I know," and immediately his gun discharges and shoots the guy in the stomach, and he falls over dead. Not again!
Arthur's just gonna slowly back away.
Jamie, you're still flying the ship.
How's it going over there, Jamie?
Yeah, where are we heading, Jamie? What's the plan?
I don't know. My plan was to fly the ship around until Ansem came back.
I don't think Ansem has the ability to fly there, good sir.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
No.
No, but
no, I haven't verified that one.
Okay.
I do think
On some cool magical item, I don't think Ansem can fly either.
I think we should still probably land sometime soon. I don't want to have Ansem show up and see us getting off of the ship.
Yes, the point was to distract him, get him over to his ship, and be
Well,
gone.
you guys need to
become
find
the
a way
people.
for people to get out of the ship quickly. Lifeboat, something.
Well, if you land, we can get people off the ship very quickly.
I was thinking like we could let someone else fly it and then we can leave.
Okay. Well, if we've
Because then we can have a little ship.
a little ship.
There are
If we
no
had-
lifeboats on this ship, just as a heads up.
Oh, dang. So then what happens if it crashes?
It's just for show. I told you, this guy,
Yeah.
this is not an actual vessel. This guy has no reason to be having a pirate ship.
How many people, can you tell, as I'm flying, like, how many civilians are still on?
He said about
30.
Probably about 30.
Oh, okay. Well, let's tell them that we're going to be heading over to the lake and get everybody
We can
ready
land
for
in
our...
the lake, I guess. That's
We
actually
could,
Yeah.
we could crash in the lake.
Yeah, let everybody get ready for a
It
swim.
is technically a boat.
Yeah, as I said, and then it's then we did
You know
both
what?
of the things
Knowing
you
this,
wanted
it's
to do.
probably going to take on water.
Oh,
Yeah,
100%.
it's-
Yeah,
well,
'cause
we
there's a
know
bunch of
there's
holes
a
in the
giant
bottom.
hole in the
Yeah.
bottom, at least.
Yeah, but
So-
no one ever closed the trash chute.
No one ever closed the trash
We're gonna
chute.
sink the ship. Yes. Okay, Arthur is fully on board with sinking the ship.
We're gonna sink the
Okay.
ship, and it's going to be fine because everyone can get off and swim away.
Can get off and swim away.
Okay,
It's, it's the
I hope
It's called
Darian, who's like
compromise,
way on the
friends.
other
It's
end of the
called
ship and can't
compromise.
hear this plan, is okay with it.
but that's why I asked about the intercom earlier.
There's an intercom.
I'm going to take it, and I'm going to hand it to Darby because I say I don't do people.
That's fine. Darby will grab the intercom.
Real quick, Darby. So, Jamie, you're driving this on a one-way course for the Goddess Lake right now.
100%. That is now the
You've
decision.
righted the ship, and it is currently careening down towards the water.
Oh man, how long
Alright.
has this been going on? I gotta check my potion of water breathing to see how long it lasts.
That's
It's
true.
probably it probably was a few hours that
Yeah.
you guys were waiting.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
to get
Oh,
there.
This
okay.
is taking quite the turn.
Yeah, I would say this is like you've probably been 3 or 4 hours at this point.
Oh dang it! I would have waited this, but okay, rock and roll.
Nick's
Alright.
gonna be so mad he missed the session.
I know. He's just sitting outside by the elevator too, because he didn't come
I know
up.
just watching the ship like fly around.
Yeah,
in
just
circles,
absolutely careen
dip and
around.
dive, and now he just watches
Or
it fly
drip.
towards the water.
All right, passengers, about time to brace for impact. It appears we don't have any way to properly land, so we're gonna take a harsh landing into the Goddess Lake and get ready to jump. And I hope you know how to swim.
Tell him it's Ansem. Tell him it was
uh,
Ansem. Tell him Ansem's flying the ship.
Also, Ansem is the person currently flying the ship. He decided he'd take it for a joyride, so Be prepared.
Please also beware of the flying shit, the shit floating in the goddess lake.
No, they can learn about that as they land.
Joel grabs the thing for the
Oh,
top.
no.
He goes, also, anyone who can prove they were on the ship, 10% off Pazzo's Pizza. Come on by. Okay, here you go.
Sweet. All right.
Sure.
Into the breach.
So,
boy.
Jamie,
Bracing for
the ship is
impact.
Brace himself.
flying
Bracing
down
for
at an
impact. Ready.
angle. You're all bracing for impact. The bugbears you were talking to, Arthur, are just grabbing on to dear life for something they've realized the shit's hit the fan. Everyone's
It's
realized that Ansom's not driving the ship. He's off the boat. We all know he's off the boat.
Yep.
But we're gonna hit.
Do
in
they
10
know?
Seconds. We're gonna hit. In
Do
10
they
seconds.
know? It's called
The-
plausible deniability. They'll
The
never truly know whether he was on the ship or not.
the passengers are unaware of what's happening. They're just realizing the boat is at an angle and flying towards the ground. And the bugbears are just leaving them to grab the different things. And they're all just like, what's happening? And immediately, the bow of the ship just sinks into the goddess lake, kicking up a huge wave. It strikes the side of high water. Doesn't
Nice.
jostle the city in any way, shape, or form. And, like, the bow just rips up backwards from the force of the blast, blows open the front of it. You can actually, if you're facing towards the lake or under the lake, you can actually see the gold digger outwards. Having been severed from its restraints, the ship inside the gold digger breaks free, creeps forward, smashes the left side of the boat, busting out the side of it, and it hits the thing on an angle and then begins to slowly sink down into Goddess Lake.
No one has
Sweet.
seen Arthur smile larger than in this moment.
And
He's
there's
going
a group of musicians. They just
No,
turn.
don't change it. Make it magicians. This whole time.
They're just pulling rabbits out of their hat slowly
They're a
and
group of
set.
magicians.
Running
That
around
were
going,
there
"Is this your
entertaining
card?
people."
Is this your card?
Yeah, they just the lead magician just turns and he goes, "Boys, it's been an honor to pull rabbits out of the hats with all of you." And they all immediately pull their hats and pull rabbits out of them as the boat goes down.
Arthur's going to lean over, pat Jenny on the back, and said, "You did well. You did very well." And then he's going to very quickly, with his other arm, press the red button.
Oh, whatever the red button is.
From the 4 layers of ship, cannons deploy and immediately fire. And it causes the ship to like just shake in the water. More water gets the cannonballs go flying off into the distance.
Wait, hold on for a second. So, since the gold digger was jettisoned from the ship, do some of the cannons hit the gold digger?
Oh, yeah, the gold digger is completely like destroyed at this point. It is severed and just sinking.
Well,
Ah, wow.
and
Okay,
so
all right,
certainly has a
we need
big
to get
cleanup
out of
list.
here.
Yes, we need to get out of here.
We need to get
quickly.
out of here now. So like I'm gonna take off towards the like the top of the boat,
Yep.
going full
Towards the back
Titanic.
of the stern.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back,
Yep.
yeah, just jumping over the railing and hoping for the best.
Everyone's fleeing. They're diving off the sides of the ship as they're able to as it sinks down.
Yep.
As
That's it.
I'm running, I am checking for anybody who cannot get off the boat, and I will stop and help them get off the boat safely.
Yeah, Jamie, there's probably a couple older people that you see are having trouble, and you can kind of help them. Like,
I'm just gonna be like,
Arthur
yeah,
will
yeah,
also
yeah.
assist. He will follow Jamie's suit and
Okay.
help those people off the boat as well.
You're all. So after a few minutes, you guys are able to successfully help those that aren't able to help themselves. The bugbear crew has all fled the ships. A few hoblings begin to like bubble up from the insides, like running like crazy. And one of the hoblings is like, "They're all dead down there!" as he just runs and dives over the edge.
Ooh. So, all right. Can I have a number?
Jamie is responsible for mass murder.
Dead?
Yes,
Wait,
Jamie
what?
is responsible. He was the pilot.
What the
I have no idea.
What the howlings floated up from the river from the lake and said they're down there.
Dead.
11.
11? I'm sorry, Jamie, but that's 11
killed
hoblings
11
on your
hoblings.
count. Congratulations, Jamie. You're now at 13 kills.
I think he froze.
Jamie.
He froze.
Yeah,
We broke him.
that is actually.
I was
pretty
like, did we
good.
break Matt? But nope, he's actually frozen. I think.
That is a perfect place for him to.
That is.
freeze,
I
yeah.
kind of want to screen capture that.
Oh,
That's where we
I'm
end the
going
session.
oh, yeah, there he goes.
Oh,
Don't mind the broken cameras.
My thing just broke.
Yeah.
That's
Ah.
too funny. You were broken on a shocked face, and it
Yeah,
was beautiful.
for like
it was
ever.
beautiful.
Okay, but wait, hold on. People died? Hold on.
And so the hobbling came up from the bottom and just screamed out and said, "They're all dead down there."
Oh yeah, because there was a buttload
Yes.
of people
Goblins died.
there.
11.
You killed 11 hobblings, Jamie.
It was. I feel like it was way more than 11. There was a
That's what I
lot of.
rolled.
That's
Well,
what Ethan rolled.
11
Oh.
died. The rest of them are slowly coming back up to the surface. They're not dead. They're just slowly coming back up.
Hold on.
There's no holding. That's canon. That is
You
canon.
decided
that
to
would've
pilot
been-
the ship. You could have given it to Arthur.
100% would not have crashed it in a
You
way.
did
that
it.
would
You
die.
did it. You did it. 11 people are dead on your watch, Jamie.
I
So
would,
you could all equally take part in those 11 deaths.
Yeah.
I
There's
would
a lot of
not
agony.
have, I would 100% have not done, and that's why I told people to get out of the way.
Those are
Actually, yeah,
hobbling
no.
below deck.
My conscience is 100% clear. I told
That's totally
everybody-
fine. Yeah.
I told,
Quickly, he wipes
You know,
the plate
I am-
clean.
I was
I
like,
am
wait a minute.
happy Darian isn't around to hear this or know what's going on.
No, like 100% said, "Hey, everybody, we're about to crash. This is a controlled descent."
Okay.
And then, like,
All right.
yeah,
So,
I'm good.
so Arthur's plan was originally abdicated and he was absconded and scolded in the group. But if I would have just said, "Hey, we'll warn people before we crash," you all would have been cool with it. Okay.
I
Good
know.
to know.
crashed. I purposely put the ship in the water as safely as possible and warned people ahead of time.
Okay.
I'm good.
I see how it is. That's
I'm
fine.
set.
Well,
Darian,
technically,
it's-
I warned people, but
Yeah, I told you. To.
at your command.
Darian, since you were with the group, you were like, as the ship hit, you were jettisoned from it and flew like halfway across the Goddess Lake.
Oh boy.
Smoked the water.
That's
Give
a
me
deep-
another D4 of damage for hitting the water at a great
Yeah.
speed.
All right. Good thing I only rolled a 1 that time.
Not
Yeah.
bad.
So you're in the water and you're just like sinking as you're gaining your bearings, and you just see this blonde woman just in a green dress just floating down next to you, and she's just suspending. She's unconscious.
Well, I'll grab her and swim up to the surface.
Okay, you do that.
Be like, what the hell? This was not the plan.
Yeah, from where you are in the water, Darian, you just see people jumping off this boat as it's slowly just sinking into the water.
I'm gonna try to make my way to the nearest shore or decent sized floating piece of debris.
Alright, you do, with a lady with you, you do find some debris that you're kind of able to toss her up on and hold on to and never let go.
Never let go, Jack.
Never let go,
Um,
Darian.
Arthur's going to kind of
Yeah.
shake the memories from the previous time he's been on a ship that's exploded, jump into the lake and try and make his way to shore.
Does everyone else jump into the
Yeah,
lake as well?
Darby's jumping into the lake and starting to
Yeah.
swim.
I would have also done that.
Alright, so everyone has jumped, including Joel, into the lake and begins making their way to shore. Darian, you also kind of begin to see the congregation of people making their way to shore, begin making your way there. You guys are kind of all able to regroup in the commotion of everyone who's like, oh my god, what just happened?
As that's happening, Arthur's going to kind of oddly make his way through the crowd of people he doesn't know and just kind of be like murmuring, like, I can't believe Ansem would send one of his bugbears to do that, to just destroy his ship. I can't believe. I just start like random rampant rumors.
Give me a deception roll at advantage, because these are
Okay.
a bunch of people just looking through a room.
Yeah.
Looking for the
Ooh,
key.
baby! That's deception. That's 24. That's a nat 20.
Nice.
As you say this, Arthur, the people are like, Ansem did that? Why would Ansem crash his ship? What is Ansem doing? And it just begins to spread like wildfire. Even some of the bugbears
Oh.
are like, oh, we just lost.
I'm back.
Oh, he's back.
I switched from my phone to my computer.
No,
Oh,
okay.
sick.
There we go.
He's back. Some of the people are, or even though some of the bugbears are like, why would our captain have us crash the ship into the water? This doesn't make any sense.
And they did hear that Ansem was flying the ship earlier, so
They
now it's
did.
very confusing.
They did.
Just
I
take a
did
little
say
bit,
that.
just a little bit of those rumors, man. Spread them like crazy.
Doesn't matter what. the
Can't
truth
believe
is.
it.
Yeah, it's crazy that Ansem would have that happen.
Insurance claim. Maybe he had a hit out. Maybe he was trying to
Yeah.
kill somebody
Some
aboard.
insurance or
As you're spreading the rumors, you see Ansem like running like at top speed. His bugbear's behind him trying to keep up. He just drops to his knees as he just sees his pride and joy, his baby, the most difficult and dangerous item he's ever obtained in his life. He had to go through an ancient Dusk Elf temple to obtain a specific gem that would give the ship flight, and he lost his best friend doing it, and it is currently sinking to the bottom of the lake, and he's just like, all of my hard work. God,
That sucks.
no!
Oh, as much as Arthur enjoys that scene and will forever have that ingrained in his head, he's just gonna kind of slink away because obviously he knows Ansem knows who he is. He's just gonna try and like
Same. I'm
Yeah.
taking.
slink away.
I'm heading back into high water.
Did you say we regrouped, Ethan?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna approach the group. I'm actually gonna be white knuckling a hatchet
Oh.
and be like, "Who fucking crashed it?"
Well, Jamie was
Good
I
point,
crashed.
point right at Jamie, directly
Yeah.
at Jamie.
Great at
It's like
Jamie.
It's like I crashed it. It was either crash in the lake or crash on the ground. I picked the softer of two options.
I'll look at Jamie, like just like a pause, and I'm just gonna tomahawk my hatchet at the nearest tree and walk away without him. Just start heading back to high water, no words.
Darian's mad.
Dan's very.
Arthur's gonna see this and he's going to recover Darian's axe that is tomahawked into the nearest tree and hold on to it. To return
I'm-
this at a later time.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, that's it. I'm just gonna keep going to high water.
yeah.
As you guys are making your way back, a lot of like the high water guard are making their way out. Obviously, a giant airship that was floating above their Spine City mere hours ago is currently sitting in the lake and sinking, and they're trying to figure out what the hell happened. As you guys kind of pass them on the bridge, there's some other nobles that have kind of like joined you guys. They kind of saw you going to the back, and they're like, "Oh, they're leaving. Let's go with them," because they don't want to get interrogated.
Yeah.
And you guys have kind of re-entered high water.
Haha.
I should note too, because it is technically winter as well. The boat did hit some ice and stuff like that too, further damaging it.
Oh, okay.
So you guys are back in
Titanic.
high water,
It's
Wet,
officially the Titanic.
cold, having crashed the ship.
Yeah.
Having no other known like regrouping place, I guess we'd head to Pazos, like hoping that Sentinel would realize, J-Lo would realize that that's probably where we'd end up.
Oh, I say Sentinel regroup with you guys too.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, we got it,
I'd
for sure.
probably head towards Pazos because
Yeah.
I'm assuming Jayla knows it was probably us that hijacked the ship. But we'll regroup at Pazos.
It's fine
So
with me.
everyone's headed back to Pazos then?
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys arrive back at the pizzeria. Lise, Dale, and Nugs are waiting for you. And literally in her like little cast that she has, Elise is like sitting on top of the Pazos. She got up there somehow. And as you guys approach, she looks down, she goes, "Was that you guys? Did you guys do that?"
I don't know what you're talking
No.
about, at least.
We can't.
This is just gonna
We
laugh.
cannot confirm or deny.
What do you mean? Do what? What are you talking about?
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, what's going on?
The Dusk Star, it just like totally just crashed into the lake. Just it made a big old loop. And we
Wow.
watched it. Like everyone in High Water's watching it, and it just.
Arthur's
That's
just gonna laugh.
crazy.
He's just gonna belly laugh, like out loud, just joy emitting.
I can't
It's-
believe that
You
happened.
guys alive?
Huh?
How are you guys alive?
That's a question for another night for me, but
I mean,
Honestly.
I've usually mostly because my organs are functioning the way they've been continuing to function the whole
Oh
time,
my God.
moving the
that
humors
makes
through
sense.
me as they do.
Well, I'm watching the aftermath up here, so if anyone wants to come join me, you can kind of watch all the little like people. They like are little ants running around like crazy down there.
I think I'm gonna probably
Yeah.
stay
I think I'm okay for
inside.
now.
Yeah, inside. And
Getting on the
Elise, if
crumbs
anybody
first.
asks, we've been here for hours.
Yeah.
You guys have been here for hours. We ate pizza and lunch together.
I'm glad you
Exactly.
understand. It
Just
was the
gonna
Dale
wink at her and
special, of
walk
course,
in.
right?
As you guys enter Pazzo's, the restaurant is empty at this point.
Yeah.
Great.
Dale is just sitting at a table. He has an uneaten slice of pizza, and he just looks up and he goes, "You guys crashed Ansom's ship, didn't you?"
I don't know what you were talking
No.
about. We had a Dale special
No.
for lunch.
Sure did.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Of course we
That's
didn't.
right. Y'all had a Dale special for lunch. Well, he gets up. I think we're gonna close early today. No maintenance and whatnot.
Yeah.
Lack of customers, it would seem,
Yeah.
given the events of the day. He just goes over to the door, he shuts it, and he locks it, and he flips the sign from open to close. And
Yeah.
Joel's like, "Who the fuck told him he could close? I own this place."
Well, Joel,
well,
given the circumstances, I think
seems
it's
the
fine.
right thing to do since
Yeah.
the terrible, terrible thing that happened
Yes,
today.
during the horrible event.
You mean that like
What are we
11
talking about?
howlings died? Does anyone like care?
Yes. Yes, we
Dude.
did there.
Darian
What the
forgoes
hell?
any and all
Yeah,
conversation,
yeah.
changes into dry clothes, and leaves.
Oh.
Where are you going, Darian?
He's gonna put up a cloak and he's gonna fuck off to some other tavern somewhere in the city.
All right, Skipper's with you guys, and he's like immediately followed Dale into the kitchen. He's like, "Oh, I can make black grilled cheese here."
Skipper, this isn't the right place.
How
What's
did
the right
so-and-so
place?
know how many hoblings died? How would anyone know that as of right now?
No one would, but Darby asked him to count, so I gave
I
it to him.
specifically asked it for the count.
Oh no, I'm
But
talking
now
about the person in the
Yeah,
in
no,
the
there'd be no way that Joel
Dale-
would actually
Dale
know the
knows?
number.
yeah. How would anyone would know that?
It's just knowledge now. It's
It's
Bad
common
gas
knowledge.
travels fast. in a
Ansem,
small
Ansem
town.
has used all of his message cards to let everyone know exactly how many people died.
11 hoblings have lost their lives in a ship
So
crash.
Darian, where do you go off to?
I will actually probably go to probably a less desirable area of town.
Yeah.
And find a room to stay for the night.
All right, so you go and you find a inn. That's gonna cost you. I don't have my player's handbook open right now. Let me look that up.
Well, should one of us deal with Darian, or are we just gonna let him blow up the steam himself?
It's over if you're
Um,
staying in a poor room.
Done deal.
You
Yeah,
can
dude.
go find him if you want to, but he can find his way home. He needs to. I think he needs some space. and some
I'm
time.
cool with Darian just being away in general, so it's fine with me.
I'm just asking what the plan is. I mean, I might go out and do some gambling, so might
Everything
see
goes
what's going
normal?
on.
Yeah, for
that's
me,
fine. Keep your ear
yeah.
to the ground.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hang out here, kind of see if anybody comes back this way. Keep our cover story. Just been helping out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back
Well,
to the. I'm gonna go back to the inn. I have potions still got to finish for the week,
Okay.
and basically just, yeah, that's where I live. So
All right, so Jamie heads back to the Zafar Inn to work on his potion to sleep. Darby, you go off to gamble. And Arthur, you hang back at Pazzo's with Elise, Nug, Sentinel, and Dale, eating, shooting the shit, when there is a rap on the door, and the handle is jiggled, but it is locked. Dale gets up,
Yeah, so
opens
I'll have
it,
somebody else open.
and Jayla steps in,
Ah.
kind of back in her regular, attire, and she just, looks around, and she's like, "Where the hell is everyone?"
They are doing what they've been doing all day.
Crashing ships? I'm
No.
assuming?
Nope, we were not doing that all day. We were just here in the city. We are not highfalutin citizens, so we weren't invited to that shindig. That was pretty crazy, though. Could you believe that when the only person that they weren't supposed to talk to apprehended both the champion of the city and the treasure hunter that we happen to be working with? Out of the blue, the ship started acting erratically and saved both of their hides. Can you believe that?
Well, my hide didn't necessarily need to be saved. I might be on a short leash with Cromley right now, but having the status of champion helps a bit. Tetra's in jail right now, though.
Still?
Yup.
How was she arrested? The person who was persecuting her had another obligation to attend to.
He did have another obligation to attend. Still didn't mean that some of his lackeys didn't stay behind to press the charges.
Well, we can figure something out, can't we?
Yes, the real question is, and I talked to her, is do you have the Force Mage? And what happened? Why all of a sudden did Joel and Sentinel, why did you guys talk to Ansem? Why did you guys jump out of a garbage chute? Why did the ship fly around in circles and then crash into the lake? It was an easy task. We were going on the ship to get the Force Mage and then leaving the ship, not crashing the bloody thing into the ocean.
I believe I have the Force Mage. I believe I was the person who has it.
You do.
So I will produce
all
it.
the magical items.
I will produce it and show it to her.
Oh, well, that's a relief then.
And then I will put it away immediately. And then I will tell her that we did get it. We weren't just going to walk off the top of the ship. Ansem was on to us. I assume that we were given a secret exit, which happened to be the garbage chute. We originally were told about the secret exit, thinking it would be private. Having made a lot more commotion than it did, Sentinel and Joel over here were sent careening at us in a cage. We expertly saved their lives, realized we would be found, realized you two had we had regrouped after entering the Goddess Lake for the first time, mind you. Monitored the ship, monitored the situation, figuring you and Tetra would have no problem getting yourselves free, realizing we were wrong, that you had both been arrested and were being led into the city, and we thought of the only thing we could possibly do, which was distract Ansem and get him away, was to steal his ship. We did so quickly, we did so expertly, and now Ansem no longer has a flying, giant, ugly piece of shit in the city. So I think, all in all, mission accomplished. Like, you're welcome.
I'm not even going to say anything to that. The important thing is we have the Force Mage, and the important thing is we need to act quickly. Don't think that Ansem's not going to turn around and come barging into the city trying to figure out who sank his battleship.
I hope he does. And I hope when he does, he finds us right at Captain Necromancer's tower and aids us to destroy that ugly fuck. Because honestly, I tried to get his attention last time we were in there when we were all going to die. He would be a great tool to use. He is an arrow that needs to be pointed. And now that he doesn't have a distraction flying above with his ego in the air, we can direct him where we need him to be.
Something we could try, though I don't know how well Ansem's going to listen. Where is Darby, Jamie, and Darian?
Well, Darby, I could guess, is at the nearest gambling hall. Jamie is next door sleeping, because that's where he always is. And Darian, I didn't really put a tail on. Darian decided that he needed to blow off some steam, so I kind of let him. He wasn't too happy with the situation and the death of 11 hoblings that the crash caused.
Alright. Petra says that if we have the Force Stage, we should be able to get into the Stein Towers. We just need to activate it. I will go get Darby. You go get Jamie. And someone needs to go get Darian. Joel's like, I got it.
Now?
Well, do you want to wait 8 hours and see if Ansem just comes waltzing on into Highwater demanding to know who sank his ship?
No, do we need to free Tetra?
Tetra said to just worry about this right now and she'll figure something else out.
Fair enough. I wasn't too worried about her either. So, I will go get Jamie.
If you need to take a quick hour or two rest, go ahead. But we need to be quick about this, or else that Force Stage is going to end up in the wrong hands.
Fair enough.
Alright.
I will do so, and then I will get Jamie.
Alright, so Jayla goes to get Darby, Joel goes to get Darian, and Arthur goes to get Jamie, and we will go ahead and do Arthur and Jamie first. So Arthur, you kind of depart with Jayla. She heads one way towards the first layer. You head just right across to the Zafar Inn, where you find Jamie in his room, which was spared the worst of the attack, just kind of laying out on his bed, all beat up from the days.
I was actually making potions.
Excuse me.
He's
You're
making
working on your
potions.
potions. Excuse me.
Yep.
So you are down in your cellar working on your potions right now, which also
Sure.
was spared the worst of the fire because it's underground.
I will head over to where I know his laboratory is.
Hmm.
So you open it up, you kind of begin making your climb down the stairs where his clinic would be, and you kind of just see him at this like this with his herbalism kit at this like alchemy table, kind of like mixing liquids and stuff as he makes a potion.
I'll
Blah,
kind
blah,
of
blah, blah,
loudly
blah, blah, blah.
go down the stairs so he knows someone's coming, and kind of wrap my hands on the wall.
Blah, 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 blah. It's like, yeah,
Well,
we are, like, if you have an ailment, I'll be with you in a second.
I honestly don't think anything that you can produce can heal my ailment.
Oh, okay. What's up?
Well, we got what we came for. I was just visited by Jayla. She's raring to
What?
go. She
What
thinks
the-
Ansem's gonna be hot on our tail, and we need to move. And I don't necessarily disagree because I don't trust whatever Lord Death is gonna be doing in his tower that we haven't been able to get into in quite some time. Now that we have the Force Mage, I think we need to hightail it over there and get into his Skyne Tower since he has the Stone of Amasia that we need.
I mean, seems like pretty early to be doing more crime after such a big crime.
I don't necessarily disagree, but laying low really isn't in our favor right now because Ansem's going to be coming into the city looking for who destroyed his ship rather quickly and looking for that Force Mage. And if he finds it on us before we use it, we may lose it.
All right, fair enough.
Think of it as a hot item. We pick
Yeah.
it. We picked it from somebody. We need to sell it. We need to move it because if we're caught with it on us,
Yep,
it's not
that's
going to be
fair.
worth anything.
I can put this stuff on a simmer for now, and hopefully, yeah, I'll turn all my little fires to low and be like, okay,
The only thing
Let's-
I need to say, and you can take it as is, because I know you'll take whatever I say however you want to. You might have a hard conversation with Darian coming up. Not saying it's warranted. I'm just saying that hatchet throw wasn't meant for me. Typically it is. This time I think he's mad at you. Just so you know.
well, I'm sure Darian's a big boy. He can
Of
use his
that-
big boy words if he
Of-
needs to.
Of that I have no doubt. Just letting you
But-
know.
Thanks for the heads up. I'll be sure to be waiting on bated breath. I'll put all my stuff away
Fair
and
enough.
stock up on the rest of the stuff that I need.
All right. Also, for you guys, if you'd like to, buy any things like arrows, ammo, potions before you head
Ooh.
out, you may go ahead and do so now. I'm going to move on to Darby. And
Can I get a short
let me know-
rest too? Or not?
I'm gonna just say for the sake of this, because the dungeon you're going to is gonna be pretty fun. Just everyone can take a free long rest on this one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
will
thank you.
Gladly
Yeah.
take that.
Long rest.
So just write down what you bought and however much it is from the player's handbook, which I'll just say is the price for that. And I'll just say, Jamie, for you, the max health potions you can buy is 5.
Okay.
Since I think you are all rolling in cash right now. So
Yeah.
Darby, you have found the Highwater Inn and Spirits, which is the
Yep.
largest inn in Highwater. There you're currently gambling.
I've been here
You've been
a few
playing
times.
some Liar's Dice. Why don't you give me a
Oh.
D20 roll and we'll see how well you've been doing.
Liar's
Oh.
dice.
Do I get to add anything to it?
You may add your proficiency unless you'd like to cheat. But is that a question?
Of course I'm cheating.
Then you may add your dex as well.
Yeah.
Wow, I suck at liar's dice. That's a nat one.
Ooh.
So that's still
no.
not like horrible. What is that? That is 7. 7.
Well, they rolled a 2, so you still beat them.
Wow, these guys are something
Yeah, so
else.
you're kind of cheating. You're sneaking your things, and I'll say you've made about like 5 silver pieces
That's fine.
as you were going through here, and as the next like group is coming to like join the table here, the rest of them are kind of cashed out at this point. You feel a tap on your shoulder.
Can I help you? What's the problem?
I'm just coming to collect. It's Jayla.
Let me see. Okay. These guys are not any fun, anyways. I'm being obvious, and they can't even catch me. All right, yeah, let's go.
All right, perfect.
What a
I sent
flag.
Arthur to go. I sent Arthur to
Nice.
go grab Jamie, and I kind of expected this to be a little more complicated. So thank you for not being an asshole.
No, these guys are terrible. It's not even fun. I mean, when you can blatantly like put the dice in front of them and they don't even know you're cheating, like, come on, it's just not even fun anymore. It was fun
I
the
guess
first
that
time.
makes sense. All right.
So let's go.
Well, I think we're meeting back at Pazos. So come on.
All right. Have we got
Alright,
any details on Darian? Do we know?
I sent Joel after him. Well, he volunteered to go. So
I don't know.
I hate to say it, if someone's gonna talk to that guy, it's gonna be him.
Well, it might not be a terrible idea to ask around a little bit.
Unfortunate.
Well, if we need to, we can. And you guys head back to Pazos.
Yep.
So Darian, you went off, and actually, ironically, got a room in the Highwater Inn and Spirits.
Oh, I might have seen
Yeah, he's just been in his room hanging out. But you got like their cheapest room, like on the second floor. It's this really tiny room. It's just got like a bed and an end table at it. It's loud. You can hear like the music and everything from like below, and the loud, like the screaming and the yelling and stuff like that. And you're kind of just like, this sucks.
Might have
Yeah,
heard
kinda
some
deep.
people raging at the gambling.
Yeah, you heard some raging at the gambling tables. Don't know what that's about. As you're kind of just sitting there, you hear a rap on your second story window, like something was thrown at it.
I'll peer out the window.
So you look out the window into the night street of Highwater, light dusting of snow on the ground, and you see, looking up at you, Joel with rocks in his hands. And as you open it, he throws some more, and they just like strike the window around you, but barely miss you. Oh, sorry,
Hi, Joel.
Darian. What are you doing?
Taking a minute, man.
Well, we don't got time for minutes right now. We got like milliseconds. Everyone's meeting back at Pazos. We're doing this heist thing.
All right. Give me 5 minutes. And I'm gonna just close the window on him.
Right? I'm not allowed in there. I'm banned from this tavern.
Expected as much. But I'll take a moment and then I will meet Joel out front. Kind of reluctantly, but I'll
Okay.
meet him out front.
You looking good, man. You doing okay?
I am perfectly fine, Joel. Thank you.
Like, what happened? Like, you threw the hatchet? You stormed out? What's going on?
Was Joel was hanging around when they crashed the ship at the
Yeah, oh yeah, he
pizza
was
shop.
with you guys when
Yeah,
you
he
headed
was
back
he
to
was always
Highwater.
crashing the ship.
Correct.
So I'll be I'll tell Joel. You guys crashed a ship from hundreds of feet in the air, endangering the lives of hundreds, probably killing a few.
A couple hobblings said that might be the case.
So you know what my issue is, Joel, and I'm gonna give him a harder than friendly pat on the shoulder and start walking towards Pazos.
Hey, hold on a second here. I don't think anyone necessarily wanted to kill anyone there. It just sort of happened, you know? Things just kind of happen.
Doesn't listen to him, just keeps walking to Pazos.
You didn't get the stick out of your ass, man, here. We're doing something important here. We're helping Marilli, right?
I'll turn around and look Joel dead in the face and say, Joel, I'm going back because I knew at some point I'd have to rejoin you assholes and finish this whole thing. The methodology that you guys have carried this out has been questionable at best, and I don't even think we're the better people in this situation. But I know I owe something to Marilli, and if you keep barking up my ass right now, we're going to have a problem, and I'm going to turn back around and go to Pazos.
Will admit, not the best methodology. Darby and Jamie crashed the ship. I didn't crash the ship.
I
was
didn't
thinking more
crash
like
the
a-
ship.
I was thinking more of like
I
a
don't know
nice,
that-
like,
do it.
lay down kind of land, and before we knew it, like, Titanic happened. But
He
just
would say it.
You would say it?
think about it for a moment. Ansom's an asshole. And he's so much of an asshole that, yes, maybe some people got hurt, and maybe we weren't necessarily the good people in all of this and all that shit, but it's kind of his fault, too.
Darian just shakes his head and keeps walking to Pazos, no words.
Man, you have a thick skull. I thought I was bad. Okay, I'm not gonna convince you that what we did was necessarily right, but if you go in there all butthurt and stuff, like, okay, think about it this way. You know basketball?
No response.
Okay, do you guys have any type of team sports here? Like, I don't know. You know how, like, you do stuff on a team? Oh, military. You're in the military, right?
Nope, not anymore.
Okay, well, you were in the military.
Begrudgingly.
Okay, begrudgingly. Did you have, like, people that you served with or served under or served above you? That
Joel,
kind of stuff?
I can shoot an arrow, and that's all you need me for right now. I don't know what you're getting at, but you're poking a bear right now, and it's just pissing me off more.
I'm getting at that if you keep being pissed at everyone, you're gonna be a liability.
Oh no. I'm just gonna keep walking to Passos.
Ah,
Oh.
man, I do not do good in these situations. And he kind of just follows you back. Okay, before you go, just one thing. One real quick,
Joel.
teeny, tiny thing.
What?
Stein Towers. It's gonna be a bitch to get into, right? We got the Force Nage, but what's waiting for us on the inside? Or on the outside, for that matter. We don't know what's in there. I've never been there before. Have you been there before?
No, Joel, I haven't.
Exactly. So, we need a surefire way to get in and out with the least amount of casualties. Stone of Amazi in hand, Marili draped over someone's shoulder, something like that. And we're gonna do that by not killing anyone, or as few people as humanly possible. Sound good?
Whatever you say, Joel.
Okay. Distraction. We need a surefire, super distraction. We on the same wavelength there? Are we wavelengthing?
Yes, Joel.
Okay,
We're
perfect.
wavelengthing.
So, I have an idea. I haven't told this to anyone yet, because I'm pretty sure both Arthur and Jamie will tell me to shut the hell up, and I don't blame them. But this is a legitimately good idea right now. I got some buddies. You know the Beastmen, those big hurly, like, beast guys?
Yes.
I'm sure you've worked with a few or whatever. Yeah. So, I got some connections in the city, and there's a bar that they go to, and I bet if we talk to them, we could get their help.
How's them helping us gonna cause a diversion?
Because we're going to have them do a diversion outside the towers to either A, deal with any of the guard that's out there, or B, draw anyone out from the tower. Yeah? Wavelength?
Okay, Joel. Where are these people?
Alright, follow me. He kind of grabs you so you can't run off. He leads you to another, kind of around the city, to another inn, tucked very, very far in the back corner. Old, it's very beat up, very old looking. Most people wouldn't even notice it. There's actually a sign that just says "keep out" on it, written in beast tongue. Alright,
I don't know, beast tongue.
this is the place. Joel tells that to you. He doesn't read beast tongue either, but he's gone in before and been told to get out because that's what the sign says.
Of course he has.
Yeah, that sounds accurate.
So, Elise delivers pizzas to this place all the time, and technically, I'm banned from here also, but she isn't, and I'm just gonna use that to my advantage. It's beastmen only, so,
Why are the beastmen going to help us?
because they owe me a favor, or like 10.
Okay.
Joe just kind of turns around under his breath, he's like, they don't owe me any favors, I'm taking a gamble right now.
He says.
Oh, Joel.
He
Oh,
Grabs the
Joel.
door, he opens it, and he goes, I'm pretty sure they'll throw something at me, so you first.
I'm gonna push Joel into the door.
So you just grab him and shove him in, follow him in. So the two of you enter the Beastman's bar. And much like the outside, the inside is incredibly ragged, it's incredibly old. But amongst the long tables are a bunch of beastmen. Large, burly, humanoid-looking people bearing bestial features. Many of them seem to be lion types with these big, thick manes around their heads, pointed ears. They are drinking and eating and having a hearty time. So much so that as the two of you enter, none of them actually really notice that you enter.
Is there anybody in this tavern that has antlers or horns?
No, not from what you can tell. But
Damn,
your
so I'll
antlers
probably
and
still
horns
stick up.
definitely kind of make you seem more in line.
I'll take it.
A waitress kind of walks up and she looks at you. She goes, "A table for two?
Sure.
Awesome. She leans in. We have a strict no human policy here.
He's hardly human, I promise you.
Hey, I resent that, but he is correct. Oh, okay then. She leads you guys to a table in the far corner where no one can see you, and offers to fetch you the day's ale.
Hey, Joel, who do you know here?
He kind of scans around. All of them.
All of them, you say?
Yes, all of them. So, Darian, this is what we need to do right now. You have antlers.
That is
Yes.
a factual statement.
That's
This is the thing that is
Yes,
true.
it is
I
real.
need you to call the room for me, and I will use my superior oratory skills to speak to them.
There's no way this backfires. All right,
The
I'll
worst that'll
stand.
happen is they'll kick the shit out of us.
They'll kick the shit out of you. I'm gonna tell them you paid me to get your attention for you, and I'll stand up
Fair.
and I'll holler out at the room. Can I be like a attention, please, at the top of my lungs?
And kind of immediately, everyone's eating, they stop, place their silverwares down, their ales down, and they turn and look at you, Darian. The antlered man that has yelled at them. Bearing those beast features that has got you entrance into this place to begin with. And they all kind of look to the person at your side, Joel, who's kind of rubbing his hands together like this, looking at the 10, 20 so beast people just staring back at him. And there's one in particular, the thick lion's mane around his face, who places his hands down, he stands up, and says, "I know him. Former champion of Highwater. Coming down running his mouth, making it seem like I'm lesser than him, challenging me to a fight. Getting me banned from the Highwater Inn and Spirits. And I gave him a thrashing, I did. And now he comes back all this time later. Tail between his legs. He approaches you, Darian. Tell me, meat. What does the little half-squat want?
Why don't you ask him at? He just paid me to get your attention because you'll listen to somebody with antlers. And I'm gonna sit back down.
He immediately directs his gaze to Joel. And Joel very quickly recognizes that he may have had a run-in with this guy at one point, but in his drunken stupor of the time, he's having trouble, like, shifting faces together. And he just is kind of looking at the guy, and he's quivering a little bit. And, like, Joel's, like, 5'8", 5'9". This dude is, like, 6'5", 6'7". Like, he is huge, pure muscle. He places a hand on, like, the wood as he towers over Joel. Joel takes a deep breath. He reaches up. He places his hand on the mane and just goes,
Oh no.
"Listen to me. Can you feel the love tonight? We need your help. Here and now. So, you know, I know things haven't been great between you and me, but I can see what's happening. And none of them, they don't got a clue. Because you and I, we're going to become best friends. And then our duo, this isn't working in any way, shape, or form with how I was trying to rhyme this shit. Just, we need your help. Okay, you need my help. Why should I help either of you? 'Cause, you know the pizza place? Darian, tell him how good the pizza place is.
The pizza place.
Aye? You know the little elf girl that comes running around and, like, delivers the pizzas to you guys? You like her, right? I mean, she comes in, she drops him off, and she leaves. Exactly, you like her. What if I were to tell you that not her, but the other elf girl that works for us is in trouble right now? One of the other beast people leans back and goes,
Not in trouble.
You mean Marilli? Yes. Yes, that man gets it. She's very nice. I spilled my drink one time, she refilled it. She refills drinks.
She does. We love Marilli.
Does that? That's what she do.
And she shaves Darian's antlers. He's gonna shave his antlers when Marilli's not around.
Wait,
Or
she does that?
who's going
That's going in the
No.
notebook.
No, she doesn't.
Interesting.
Shaves
Interesting.
Darian's antlers.
who is
All
going
right.
to be a mother to all of you lost boys here at Water? The beast people
What is-
just kind of look at each other.
What is
Touch.
happening?
They look
Bad
back.
touch, bad touch.
So what you're trying to say is that some Bonnie lass that you work with is in trouble. She's dead, specifically. But we can bring her back to life.
Oh,
And
look, he's come around to the whole thing. That's nice,
Deal.
actually.
with the entire horrible, terrible, black-hooded necromancer problem that Highwater's got right now. I didn't even know we had a necromancer problem. Does anyone here know we have a necromancer problem? No. First I've heard of it. I saw a black-hooded figure once, which it would alien disappear.
Well,
Who cities?
so before he continued, what level was the Zafarian on? Second level?
Yes.
Yes.
They're
You're
right
the-
over there.
But, like, you remember the explosion that happened a while ago on the second level?
Yes, we lost some friends in that explosion. One from my group was killed in it, in fact.
Yeah. Well, we lost some friends ourselves, and our only place to call home in this entire city. And we're trying to take down the people that did it, because we know it was the necromancers.
What do you need from us specifically? One who draws blood from this body, draws blood from the entire body, and will pay in blood.
That's what I like to hear. We need a distraction. We're going up to third level?
The second level Stein Towers.
Oh, second level. We're going to the Stein Towers, and we need a distraction to draw all the guards away, because we all know they're paid off, and we need to draw as many people out of the tower as possible, so we can go in and make things right.
And what they're going to do with these necromancers and save your Bonnie lass friend.
We're sure as shit gonna try.
Exactly. Just think about it. These are your pride lands right now. You take them back. I don't know what the tiny man is talking about.
Nobody ever
But
does.
if we can deal with the damn necromancers, or these people that caused your explosion, we'll see about it. I'll talk to my crew and see what we can do. If anything, don't anticipate it.
That's fair enough. If you come
Last
around, meet us at Pazzo's Pizza.
Last I remember, this little one here chucked an entire full tankard of ale at my face, cracked it over my skull.
I won't lie to you, this guy's a little shit. He's
I
just
am not
resourceful.
a
He's been
little...
around a while.
Fine, I'm a little shit. I'm sorry I threw a tankard at your face. I was drunk and super inebriated, which is the same thing as being drunk.
Yes, it is.
And it was a mistake, and I'm better for it now. I have been completely sober since then.
I'm gonna
Okay,
lean.
I have
I'm gonna
been
lean
drunk
into the
Occasionally.
lion man's like ear a little bit and be like, "Tell you what, you help us out, I'll let you beat his ass, and I won't interview you."
I've already gotten a good ass beating already, but perhaps another one would be short order.
You gotta go back for seconds.
I can totally fucking hear what you guys are saying right now, just so you know.
I'm making a sale. Joel, shut up.
I'll see who I can gather. When do you need a spy?
Well, apparently, urgency is the ante to play here, so as soon as you know, we're gonna be at Pazzo's Pizza, probably taking it off within a couple of hours.
We'll meet you at Stein Towers then.
All right, and I'll extend a hand out for a handshake for this guy.
He grabs your hand and he pulls you in and just headbutts you as hard as he can.
Oh my god.
Yep, that's right. We do that. I forgot.
Your time with this human has made you soft.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Very
That's what happened.
tiny, small people they are. Tiny peepees. Doing big things to make themselves feel better. Completely useless. Not like beast kind.
This town is obsessed.
Rewind. There's not a
Yeah.
single
Yeah.
person in the town.
Those
Every
tiny,
single person.
those
It's
tiny
weird.
humans.
Welcome to
so
America.
I'm barely taller than Joel myself. Yeah, those tiny humans.
Wait, look at almost the
Spit
same
on them
height.
and he just spits. Spit with me. Spit against the humans.
I'll just try to spit.
Joel's like, yeah, fuck us, and he just spits too.
Joel's the worst version
Joel's-
of person.
Joel's-
And that's a,
Joel's the best.
I'm okay
love
to
him.
never see them again.
Joel's the best. I love
Oh,
Joel.
Joel's terrible, but I low-key hope he just lives for.
I love Joel.
Joel is
Him and
funny.
Millie will be reunited one way or that is all I have to say about Joel.
Oh my god. That's kind of savage, bro.
I don't want it to do it myself. I'm just saying that I would be like, yeah, that's a fitting end.
He does get to be with her. All in that.
hmm Everyone
Does he,
wins.
though?
No, Morelli
Mostly
would be
us.
in like a super high layer, and Joel would be in like Asphodel.
As they should be.
We will fight with you, brothers. Whoever I can gather. We will see you then. He pats you hard on the shoulder as he begins to attempt to round up a few other beast people. And Joel's just kind of like, that kind of went better than I thought it was going to.
Oh, you're so shitty with words.
Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna deny you there. Actually, I consider myself to be quite decent with words, just at the completely wrong situations.
Joel, the only reason this worked is because for some magical reason I sprouted antlers.
Yes. And that is called using your resources.
Okay, Joel, let's go.
Alright, and the two of you begin making your way back to Pazos, where Jayla is waiting, and everyone has been waiting. They're like, where the fuck is Joel and Darian? And
Yeah.
as the two of you guys enter, it's probably been like 40 minutes since everyone's reconvened at this point.
So Joel and Darian have made it back.
Yes, yes.
Arthur's going to slide over 5 gold to Darby, and say, "Oh, Joel's in one piece." The deal's a bet's a bet.
That is a bet. I would gladly take the 5 gold.
He's gonna walk over to Darian and hand him his hatchet,
Darian
and
takes-
coyly say, "You left this back there."
Darian will take the hatchet, but won't say anything.
Barry and I did some work. We got ourselves a little muscle to help us out at the entrance of the Stein Tower to make a little bit of a distraction. You're welcome.
So does that mean you're feeling a little better than Darian? We don't have to worry about you throwing hatchets at people?
I didn't throw a hatchet
Mike.
at anybody. I threw a hatchet at a tree.
Well, it was
Okay.
very clearly directed at someone before you threw it at the tree.
We all know how we've all thrown hatchets at trees.
What kind of distraction do you have
Yes.
before we dissolve into petty arguments?
We have reinforcements in the form of some friendly beast people we met at a tavern that Joel is banned from, surprisingly. They'll be
Oh,
meeting
damn.
us at the tower.
Well,
Awesome. Thank you.
My idea.
good job. actually.
Darian helped out a lot, though. Without those antlers of his, we wouldn't have gotten them.
Well,
Cool.
I'm sure it was more than just Darian's antlers that helped, but
Yeah.
thank you, Darian. And I guess Joel.
So we have a bunch of strangers involved in our incredibly dangerous plan.
That's kind
To
of our
rob a person.
that's kind of our like calling card now.
Yeah, it's kind of what we do.
if you
at
didn't
this
realize,
point.
yeah.
We do kind of.
we don't do anything without endangering the public.
Goal is to knock
Fair
out
enough.
Xanthro, bring Merle back to life, and get the Stone of Amazia, right?
and from my perspective, Xantro kind of unknowingly to everyone is endangering the public anyways. So we're just kind
Yes.
of making them aware of the situation that they're in danger too. So
When they can choose to endanger
we're empowering them,
themselves.
Jamie. That's how I like to see it.
Well, we'll just keep on doing what we're doing. I mean, I can't go back and stop that from happening. And there's a necromancer on the loose, which I guess is more than enough reason to do what we're doing.
Well, if he can do what he did to Riley to anyone else, I think it's worth it.
Kayla says he can really do it to anyone he wants as long as they're dead. It could happen to any one of us. Bring you right back. Husk of your former self, right there at his side, able to fight for him.
I mean, he doesn't really bring you back. He animates the ligaments and bones and stuff in your corpse to make him walk like a puppet. But
Still
yeah,
doesn't make it hurt any less, Jamie.
I'm just
Depending on the religious ties you prescribe to, it may mean your soul is damned for eternity, though.
Well, my soul's already damned for eternity, Jayla.
No,
Mine
yeah.
too.
Same.
there's no such thing as souls.
That's a cheery thought, Doctor.
Well, leave it to the doctor.
Just throwing that out there. We can cross that bridge when everyone's ready.
All right. Well, we're all here. So, to the Stein Tower we go.
I mean, that
Can't
is
really
the
see where
plan.
else we'd be heading.
Yeah.
All right then. Don't know what we're going to encounter there, so let's see what happens.
Everyone, bring your battle faces, I guess.
Yes,
All right.
necromancers. What a trip.
You guys head out from Pazzo's Pizza and make your way to another part of the second layer where the Stein Towers sit. Arthur, since you've seemingly been the most connected to him, you kind of glance back. You see that Joel is taking up the rear and that he has kind of looked down at the pistol that you've given him, and he's flickering the unloaded trigger in his finger.
Okay.
And that is where we will end tonight's session.
All right.
Off to
Nicely
the tower.
done. Nicely
Great.
done.
Yeah.
Moving and
Heist.
grooving today.
More heists.
We stole a ship.
We did, man.
Absolutely lost it at the bugbear talking about the medallion being cursed
That
and
was
killing his whole
sad.
family.
That's so
It's
sad.
It was just
He didn't deserve
It's so
that.
great.
the way
It
he
is,
talked
humor.
about it.
it is pure Ethan Landenberger humor at its
Dark.
finest.
Dark
I
humor,
had
man.
to step away. I was about to freaking piss myself.
It's great. It's phenomenal. Just to off the cuff there, I was like, you know what? Arthur's gonna know this person.
Just so everyone's aware, I don't know, Brendan, are we still on or did you mute yourself?
No, we're still on right now.
Just so everyone's aware, the whole them stealing the ship and flying it around, I had to literally come up out of my ass because I planned
Yes.
nothing for that.
Oh, I kind of figured
right.
that was kind of
What
a
did you
spur of the
think?
moment decision.
What did you-
All right.
What did you think we were gonna do?
Well,
Yeah, what was the
you,
thought
you,
though?
were, you were the one who decided to give one of your characters a flying ship. There was no way in hell we were never going to take
We
it.
were
We
gonna
were
get
getting on that ship at some point to take it.
We were taking it. We have a thief
Yeah,
and a pirate
That's right.
and
That's
at
right.
least one con artist.
Yeah,
That ship was
that is
not-
our
There's
ship
no
at some point
way
in this
that is-
campaign.
So,
We could have all been like pious monks, and we were still going to steal that ship.
that ship was being
Oh, yeah.
took, regardless.
And now it is destroyed.
That's wonderful.
Yeah,
that just
yeah.
gave me so much joy, Ethan.
We'll have to get one ourselves at some point.
We have to go find another one of a kind,
One of
like
behind
Lord.
life altering.
Bloom's our best friend. There's some
Flying ship.
huge story with Ansem getting this ship. I just love that.
Oh,
Well,
man.
For all of our viewers who are watching right now, have a happy new year.
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure,
Enjoy the
guys.
dates and follow that calendar. If not, enjoy your week, and we will see you next Monday.
Yeah, we'll see you in
See you next year.
2022.
Yeah, 22.
Yeah, that'll be next year.
yeah.